Guess I need to change this to 'tis the season. Oh wow, I was not prepared at all for this. But we don't see perfection often on this channel, you know? We don't foresee perfection, just accept what we have when we have it. Today we have what we have when we have it. Save. Beautiful. Changes have been saved. Now let's see. That doesn't matter to me. Not that I matters to me. But what am I doing here? We're going to this one. Perfect. And then we're actually gonna go to Steam because there's an update in this game, and there's a lot of different things that have occurred during this update. Aberration, self-damage no longer increased. Flame hits Peglin 1 additional time. Ew. Best foot, 4 warp made common. Stone upgrade Atlas scenario can now only appear when you have stones that can be upgraded. Does it show what game I'm playing here? Game title is Peglin. Tuition, Peglin. We need to change that. Sure. We'll just change it to... I don't have anything to put. We'll just do that for now. Just a formality, I suppose. Close. Is everything going to plan here? Going well, going thus well so far, and that is all that matters. What happens if I do that? I don't know what I'm doing. Let's just get into the game. See what we can do. Because I guess there was a change with Peglin. I think they said it was a small change. As you can tell, I think everything else seems like about the same. So honestly, not anything too braggadocious about. Too braggadocious. Ew, why would you want to start with that? That's not a bad thing to start with. But I think I'm accidentally on Crucible 15, so I didn't mean to click Crucible 15. I think that's what we're on. We'll find out. Looks like we're on Crucible 15, so fantastic to that scenario that we have put ourselves in, but we're not going to lose too much health in this fight. I should have probably targeted the spider there. I didn't really think about it too far. I wasn't forward thinking. I was too focused on making sure everything was going smoothly. We could have avoided so much more damage if I just targeted that spider when I did. You know what would be crazy? Let's try it. Let's try this. Call me cray cray, and it might crash everything, or it might not. Who knows? Who knows? We'll remove all orbs, please. Yes, please. This is a very unorganized start to a stream, but I mean, I'm here for it. 'Tis be the season. 'Tis be the season to be jolly. Fa la 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 blah. That's fine. Let's see what happens here. So now that is there. And let's see what happens with this. If we do that. Now, I don't know how well this goes, or how well this is going to go, but we'll find out. Let me just pull out my telephone to see how it's appearing. I'm a little sidetracked right now, so forgive me. I'm trying to figure out... search... There, that one, nope. That one. Get him. Quite frankly, it looks like everything's working fine. I think, who knows, it could just all fall apart. Could all do nothingness. Who knows? Who knows? It could. Ooh, that's a weird sound. Ooh, ooh, ring. Find out how this goes. So, those that you do not know. Oh, what is that? They added a little boy here. Go in the opposite direction. Interesting move. Is there a benefit to taking them out early like that? I feel like that sets me back a lot. Interesting take on this. Because all this damage isn't going into you. Now I have a big refresh issue that I have to fight through, and with these reloads, it's just a series of very unfortunate events. I don't like that. Interesting. It just makes this extremely hard. I mean, we played that about perfect. Almost as perfect as you could, and we still lost. That is crazy. Ew. I do not like that. Where they added a little minion? We don't need to play Crucible 15, but, you know, I clicked it again, so we're gonna try Crucible 15 again. It is what it is. Beggars cannot be choosers. We want to hit 2. Perfect. No life is going to be lost in this fight. Hopefully, at least. Or at least it shouldn't be lost in this fight. We don't have near enough money, so that's going to be a problemo. Problemoso. Por favor. Come on, give us just 2 more gold. 2 more gold right here. There's 1 gold. 2 gold. Enough money. What are you? Orbalisk? Ah, so you can now purchase the Orbalisk, which is good to know. Do we care about the Orbalisk though? We do have a lot of orbs. It's Crucible 10. A 4-9. Maybe we just grab it. I mean, I never grabbed the Orbalisk. Might as well grab it now. I don't foresee this being a successful Crucible 15 run. But might as well just shake it up a little bit. Throw us some little excitement. A little bit of something. And this could be it. The little Orbalisk. Get it back into the action a little bit. I do like how they did add the Orbalisk as just a purchasable orb. That is probably a great call, because I guarantee you not many people ever grab the Orbalisk, especially with it only being available during that event. But it is what it is. You know, my wife is a nurse, and so she's working this holiday season. That's why I'm streaming right now instead of doing stuff for the holidays. And so while she's working, I decided to stream here, and we're supposed to go We don't have any bold orbs, so it's pointless to upgrade you. So we'll just save the money. I think we're fine saving the money. We have an Orbalisk, so that's great damage-wise. Refilibuster is fine too. Not the greatest option for us, but not bad. Maybe we should have hoped this was a fight. Well, it is a fight. It's kind of a gross fight, but it is a fight nonetheless. I should have known we weren't going to hit the crit there. Beautiful. Not near enough damage, but enough bats respawned in to where I feel comfortable hitting these bombs, because I think we'll be able to do 5 damage a pop here. And maybe we can bounce up and hit this refresh. Oh, well, there's the refresh. Summons 1 copies of the next orb in your deck. Not bad. Inferno Orb got new artwork. Looks like it changes. You don't move, you don't move, you don't move, but you move. And every time you get off of it, it has a different little image there. Icon. Interesting. Actually very interesting. But none of these I see as helpful. So we're actually just going to continue on to the shop. So I am streaming currently on Twitch and YouTube at the same time. Maybe this works. Maybe it doesn't. I don't know. I have no idea if it does or not. But it was worth the try at the very least. I do like enhanced gunpowder for the most part, but I think the cookies, some form of healing, and if we can get the refresh orb, will be very pretty sitting. I don't like what they did with the Minotaur, if you guys saw in our previous run, if you're still watching. The Minotaur, well, what? The gold thing's not there. What was that thing? The Minotaur is back to where it was. Why in our last round did it have that awful character? That's very interesting. I don't like that aspect of it not being consistent, because then that's just RNG that can kill your run even more than it already does. So that's kind of sad, kind of unfortunate. Well, look at that. I guess it doesn't matter in the end because we're going to lose nonetheless. No, we're not. But we are going to need to heal here. Heal, upgrade, nothing. Swole Torb is not what I was looking for. Multi-ball's not bad. Every enemy starts with 3 exploitables. Not bad, but not really helpful. I think the duplication station's going to be a better call for us. Better call Saul, as they say. Basic blade or gardener's glove. I think basic blade's going to be fine. Let me know how the stream's performing, because oh, that's not where well, yeah, that's where I wanted to go. Let me know how the stream's performing, because I am also streaming on Twitch, and I just don't know if that is carrying over properly, you know? I don't know if I have good enough internet, for one, and 2, I don't know if my computer's that good enough for it. Granted, I wonder, it looks fine? Perfect, Paul. Thank you. And how soon you answered that makes me realize that there's not really a big lag with it either, which is fantastic. That is a great win in our book. I want some healing going on. Alleviation, that's not really what I want. I think we're going to go with the heals here. Hopefully no missed navigation. Perfect. Beautiful. It looks good on mobile and TV. Perfect. Hello. Hello, Lord. Hello, Ranga. Hope you're having a Merry Christmas if you're celebrating the old Christmas. No super chat. I don't know how to set up any super chats or anything. I don't know how to do any of that. So I haven't really taken the time to learn it either, just because I've been pretty busy. I would like to learn it. I just need to actually take the time to do it. I think that's always my hardest part, is taking the time. Because whenever I have the free time, I want to try to record videos. I want to try to get stuff taken care of, not kind of sit there and read and then misinterpret or get sidetracked. I have a terrible habit of going down rabbit holes or getting sidetracked on stuff. As you can probably tell by a lot of our videos, where I start discussing something, then I go off track. Tends to happen whenever I'm looking stuff up too, just because I'm a curious individual by heart. Maybe we just do Bucklorb for some survivability for this final boss. Since we have no upgrades, we didn't get a Bold Orb or anything to help us. I don't really want to purchase another Pebble, but will our Bucklorb really help us too much here? I say we try it. We just try it without the Bucklorb, take the heals, and go on. I didn't mean to do a Crucible 15 here. I was struggling with trying to get the stream up and running for most part and getting it. I had the bright idea to dual stream on Twitch, and I don't know if I like that idea or not. But I did it nonetheless. We might do fine if we can have a crit on this side, no crit on this side. 2-8 for the off chance. Maybe we'll hit the crit down there. Off chance to hit the crit, I thought was going to play into our favor. It did not. If we haven't worked out, yeah, it would be new to the channel. Yeah, fair. If you have not worked that out, you're definitely new. And if you are new, welcome. This is about the normal visual you'll see right here. This scene. Okay. There's a lot of things that changed within Peglin, and I didn't mean to do Crucible 15. I wanted to see all the changes, and so that was my plan. Did the game get an update? It did. It got a small update. Actually, I wonder if I can just pull up the patch notes real quick. I mean, I don't want to reread them, but they say it was a small update. It was small. There's a few things that they changed. I don't think there's anything that really stuck out to me except for one thing, and I don't see it. New encounters, new mines mini boss, and 2 new regular battles, which is pretty exciting. I'm excited to see what those are. And then there's something with the Minotaur that changed, and it really, our first run today, I don't know if YouTube lets you go back or what streaming service lets you go back in time to go see, but we ran into it on the Minotaur. It was some kind of like multicolored slime that was with the Minotaur. It ultimately caused us to lose. I'm gonna blame it on our loss, not anything else. It couldn't be my skill, like the new sprite work in the game. Yeah, there's quite a few different... I haven't gotten too far since we just started. This is the first time I'm picking it up since the update, so we'll find out everything that... We'll try to figure out everything that changes. The game kind of likes to give me the same stuff over and over again at times. Let's see this crit. Beautiful hit. You know, sometimes your hits are just on. Most of the times they are not. I didn't want to close up the center yet, but we could get enough gold here. Well, we hit too many bombs. 1 gold shy of all of the money, but I'm going to go with Balm. Believe it or not, I love the Balm so much. See, I just got sidetracked. I don't know what I was even thinking about. I just went silent because I had no idea. I think I started reading something. Hey, David. I've also ran into the rainbow slime. Yes, the rainbow slime. It seems rarely apparent and drops money on death. So it just drops money? It definitely got me killed. It definitely got me killed because I had the Ouroboros and I was building up my I was building up my power only for the slime to eat up all of my buildup without the Minotaur actually taking any damage by me. I was hoping for all the money than going to the shop, but it's fine. Removing an orb is more cost effective, but is there an orb? Yeah, we'll just get rid of a pebble. We don't need a pebble. I like the new sounds that they're doing. Should give you an extra relics. Yes, it should give you an extra relic, especially if it's on an elite fight. I think it should give you a little bit more than just gold, because there's not really much to spend. Yes, there's stuff to spend gold on, but I feel like gold's not that big of a resource necessarily, especially later on in the run. So if you come across it later on in the run, it doesn't really help as much. Having that there for healing is going to be fine. That guarantees 2 forms of healing. We're not going to throw you. Yes, and we're double hitting it whenever we slide down. That's weird. And then we'll heal back up. Perfect. Simply, what is that? Darknessy Turball got new artwork. Interesting. It's an opened eye instead of a closed eye. Did they change it any other way? No. 15 blind is still 15 blind. You know, blind excites me a little bit. I think what we're going to do is take on this elite fight into a shop, or right into the boss fight is the way we're going to do. The castle enemies. So there was a big change with the castle enemies. What am I doing here? I'm upgrading, right? And then we'll save the rest. And then we got Prime Rod of Frost. Oh man, I think this is the run. So there's something changed within the castle enemies, so I'm kind of excited to see that. And to combat the castle enemies, we'll just increase our bomb damage. I don't care about having more bombs as much. More bombs probably would have been a wiser decision, but you know, wise comes with age, and I'm still gonna call myself young, even though I don't think I still classify as young. So I'm just would I be considered middle-aged? What? No, I wouldn't be young. No, not young adult either. Just adult, I think, is where I would be placed nowadays, which is just weird. I think I am, what? How old am I? 27? Or am I 28? I'm one of the two. 27 or 28. Where would you classify that in the age range? Is that just adult? Because it can't really be young adults, like 19 to 24, 23, I think is young adult. We lost a lot of health there. Highway Orbery's fine. Under 30 is young. Okay, I'll take that. I'll take under 30 is young. What's crazy is, which this is a whole nother tangent that I think I've ran down multiple times, but how much things and times have changed. Like, they always say back a long time ago, do I want to spend money? Yeah, I think I do. Long time ago, we would only live until it would be lucky to be 40. 40 is like an old. And then as we grow older, technology increases, gets better and better, medical advancements and whatnot. And now we're living into our 80s and 90s, if not more, which is just crazy for one. Oh, you fell down the backside. You know, I wonder if they made a change to these slides, because I'm having the darnest time trying to get the slides working properly. We'll actually go this way. 27 as well, and I don't think I want to accept I'm not young. Yeah. It's that feeling where I've only known being called the young one. Now, it's, especially in my family, we didn't have, I was the youngest in my family. And in my extended family, I'm in the youngest batch. I think a couple years between me and the youngest in the extended family. So I've always been treated like the baby. I upgrade again. I think I spread the love a little bit. Is it too late? Too late for grinding Monstera. It's never too late for grinding Monstera in the first act. What am I thinking? Are you feeling 50? Body. No. So whenever I was early 20s, I was very healthy, active, and nowadays I am not near as healthy. Well, I still eat healthy and I take care of myself. I'm not active in the gym anymore. And so I've lost 20 pounds, I think, since what? 20. When was that? I guess since the pandemic, 2020. Since 2020, I kind of slowed down in the gym. Life got busy, got hectic and whatnot. Things got carried away, and I stopped going to the gym. And now I for some reason thought that was going to refresh the board. And now I'm realizing I am not invincible, and it's going to be next to impossible. I can't believe we lost that. Next to impossible to get back to where I was. Especially with me not doing anything currently to actually combat it. I can't believe we lost that, and I think it was because I got sidetracked talking about nonsense again. That'd be my weakness. Ads inserted? Why'd I get a notification saying ads were inserted? I don't want the ads inserted. How do I prevent that? I'm not here for that ads nonsense. So I apologize for anyone that has ads. I don't know if it's right of me to share about ad blockers. If so, if there's an orb I've come to like, it's Swarb. Really? Nothing special, but does very reliable damage. The Swarb, eh? I don't think I've ever actively picked up the Swarb in a build or in a run whatsoever. So that is actually interesting to hear. Maybe I try the Swarb, but I don't know. Nothing special but reliable damage. I guess it does more damage than a Pebble does, doesn't it? And it's nothing special. Most of my orbs, I guess sometimes whenever I'm playing orbs, I don't really play into their strength that much because that takes a little bit more brain power that I'm not accustomed to, per se. I say we save our money. Ice Circle would be very nice right now, but we're going to save our money, hit this shop, and then hit the free relic, then hit the shop. Really enjoy being able to put on, not have the flow broken. Yes, so the mid-rolls. I do not like mid-rolls whatsoever. I can't stand commercial breaks in shows, whatnot, and especially for a YouTube video where it's just me and you all. There's no need to break up the video with an ad, especially, I don't know, who knows when the ad gets placed, where it gets placed. I don't know, mid-rolls or something else. They're just built diffy. I watch, don't have an orb I like yet. I love the Ouroboros. Granted, we just lost with the Ouroboros 2 games ago. But I was watching Adam Savage. What is it? Savage Garage? What is his YouTube video? The guy from Mythbusters is who I'm referring towards. He has a YouTube video where he kind of just builds props or builds just different things. And so I watch him most of the time. And he runs mid-ads. And some of his videos are an hour long. And his mid-roll ads aren't even skippable. And they're a whole minute long. It's crazy. Which don't know how. I don't think streaming there's a way to really turn it off, because I tried to turn it off and it said you have to select one. It's either you select when the ads go or YouTube does. So I don't know why it's required on live streams, which is very annoying. I guess that's to entice memberships is the way it goes, but I don't. Is what it is, I guess. I suppose. I'm not a billion-dollar company. I don't have $1 billion to my name. I want the smiley face, but I think I'm stuck on the refresh game. Yeah, YouTube wants their money. Yes, which that's one thing that I like about YouTube is there's no like transfer of money from you all to me or me to anyone else. It's the only money that gets transferred to anyone is from companies. Companies pay for the ads, and then the companies pay YouTube. So there's no like, granted, YouTube promotes, YouTube TV, the YouTube memberships and stuff, but there's no like incentive aside from just a free subscribe. Just hit the free subscribe button, which is nice. Refreshes helps with refillibusters since it hits all enemies now. Filibuster hits all enemies? When did that change? Was that in this new update too? I haven't even been paying attention every time I hit a refresh. Oh, there goes Oakley. Sure you guys can hear Miss Oakley screaming. So to counter her screaming, we figured out that she doesn't like spray bottles. So we have a spray bottle by the window. And so every time she barks like this, we just pick up the spray bottle. You don't even have to spray her. Just picking it up does enough for her to just kind of quietly calm down. But of course, I'm not in there, so she's gonna keep barking. Oh, it sounds like whoever she's barking at's walking away now. Not giving her the time of day. Months since I got an ad of any kind on YouTube. Oh, David, are you one of the, what is it, YouTube Prime? Is that how you avoid ads, or is it
You're awesome!
Some ad blockers? Oh, we got a follow on the Twitch side. I kind of forgot I was streaming on Twitch, but I do have its chat there as well. I only have, I don't know why I even have a Twitch, but I have it pulled up just in case there's some other Peglin enjoyers that don't see us on YouTube too often. Can I not look at my inventory or anything? Interesting. I figured I could look at my inventory at least before I make my decision. Miss Oakley says hi. She got to open her Christmas present today. We bought her a nice little bone, one of those, I don't know what kind of bone it is, but it's stuffed with stuff and it's still got like skin on it for her. So she loves them. She chews on them for probably about 20 minutes and then she's already done with it because she doesn't know how to control herself. She'll sit there and painstakingly chew every bit of skin off, and then she's not too thrilled with the stuff inside, and she doesn't like chewing on stuff unless it's a squeaker ball. The best roguelike deck building Pachinko style? Yes. Orion Rogue. Peglin was one of my first roguelikes that I've played. Whenever a crit triggered Game Evolution, not bad, but we don't have too many crits. But now we have even more refreshes. I mean, unlimited refreshes. Hey, Runes, you used to comment on some of my videos. Well, I appreciate you stopping by and saying hi on this holiday season. Hope everyone's enjoying time with family and friends. What, New Year's is coming around the corner. What, next weekend? That's gonna be I guess, crazy. I'm away from all my family, so it's currently just Oakley and I while my wife's working. And so I figured, why would I want to spend the holiday alone whenever I could spend it with everyone here? How do I gift subs on YouTube? I don't think I have any of that set up, for one. So that is a good question. I'm not sure exactly how any of that works. Speaking of roguelikes, you should Shattered Pixel Dungeon a shot. Shattered Pixel Dungeon. I'll have to look that one up because I don't think I've heard of it. I know I had a buddy that was playing like Backpack Hero and stuff like that, which is a roguelike. What is the difference? If anyone can tell me what the difference between a roguelike and a roguelite is, I would very much appreciate a simple, like, if you can answer it very simply for a small-minded individual like myself could understand, that would be fantastic. Because I've tried Googling it and I can't wrap my head around it. Has a new design as well. Really like the new visual redesign of these orbs. The redesign is a fantastic thing that they really needed for some of the orbs, for sure. Like the Inferno orb, I feel like keeps getting a redesign almost every single time. Every time they do a redesign, the Inferno orb seems like that's the reason why no one's picking it, is because it just does not look appealing, right? Doesn't have anything to do with self-damage, and it destroys shields. I wish there was an easy way to do that. Oh, that works. We'll lose a little bit of health. Roguelike is usually permadeath. Okay. And roguelite is normally progression with each death, such as upgrades to your character. Roguelike doesn't restart. I had it backwards. Oh, that changes my whole perspective on it. So I like roguelikes is what I like. I'm not the largest fan of roguelites. I don't like the idea where they kind of like compile onto each other. Light equals lighter rules. Okay, I like the permadeath, then you kind of restart anew. I don't like the one where you have to build onto each other, because it kind of feels like I am constantly... The first rounds just are pointless, essentially, is what I'm seeing it as. Now that we have the defresh potion, it's kind of pointless to have our morbid orb. But we can't win them all, can we? I like. That's the key word. I like the likes. I like the full restart, blank canvas. It's a whole new run. There's nothing. I'm not better off by any means with the decisions I made prior. I think Bold Orb's a good one. We don't grab the Bold Orb anymore too often because we don't play as the base Peglin too much. We usually just play as, Spinventor, round... No, we don't really play the round drill. I'm still a little scarred from our round drill. I don't know why I skipped the piercing orb that I just had. I'm a little scarred from our Crucible 15 sprint with the old round drill. It still haunts me. I do like the new sprites, the color of them. It's nice. A little bit of a green hue to it. Gives it a little bit more of a not so gray meshing tone with the background. Very well done. I would like to remove some of these orbs. Personally, more of a fan of roguelites. The ones where you compile. I think I played Hades. I did play Hades before. I think we'd get rid of the Morbid Orb. Morbid Orb's completely useless now that we have the defresh potion because I don't think it just double stacks. And then I spent my money right before the shop, so it is what it is. Check it out. Hades has a like talent skill point system, so it's more light. Yeah. So yeah, I played Hades on. I played it on what, Xbox Game Pass. That's what I played it on. And so I tried it, played a few. I think we have a few of those videos on the YouTube channel somewhere of Hades, my Hades runs, but I just didn't. It definitely is like, it buys you into the game a little bit more to where each run doesn't feel like it's kind of a wasted time. So I can kind of see people think that, especially in Peglin, where I just worked so hard building this up. My build was so good, but some random thing, random cheesy boss or event ruined the run, and now I have to start all the way from scratch. I can see the reward aspects of those lights. The Bold Orb is the OG big hitter. I missed back whenever this game first was out, and all you had was just those few orbs. Bold Orb was the best one with the Matru Orbska right behind it, or vice versa, however you want to see it. Or don't care about it that much. Oh, I didn't even notice that their helmets were different, which I guess makes sense that the Knights sprite helmets are different, especially with their different roles. We don't really have a way to heal right now, so I figure out what I'm going to do. We could have another Pierce. We need some kind of sustain for sure. I think we just take the heals and move on. When applying negative status effect, we don't care about negative status effect necessarily. We're not applying any right now. Sure, if anyone else is. But night painting the castle slowly changes into skeletons. Then, oh, these little paintings up here. Oh, you can kind of see their eyes turning red. So I guess as you progress down, now, is this crazy? Is it crazy to think the Ouroboros is what we should do here? I think it's too crazy. Morbid Orb, I'm sorry, but you gotta go. It's a shame that we spent all that money on you, but you're not helpful. You're not helpful now that we have the defresh potion. Oh, yeah, and now we have a bunch of cobwebs, which I think the cobwebs were always here for this elite fight. If I'm not mistaken, I could be mistaken. I don't know, now I might be looking into everything a little too much. I think we want the cookie. I think we need the cookie, and maybe if we can get, what is it? Refreshing Punch. Come on, easy crit right here, and then the match is over. Beautiful. And now the match is over. Ooh, Bolt Lightning got new artwork too. The Nosferatu, I have not seen the old Nosferatu in a while. 15 self-damage. And it doesn't go down. Well, when fired, self-damage increase 5. Which that's normal. I think it's always been 15. I just haven't seen the Nosferatu in a long time. It might be worth grabbing. I don't know. The problem with the Nosferatu is it is a form of healing. We just don't have much max HP right now. We have a shop that we could save enough money for. No on the Nosferatu? I think you're probably right on the no for Nosferatu. I think we upgrade a Pebble and move on. Oh, I wanted to heal. There's the Refreshing Punch that I wanted. Well, okay. I don't think I played that scenario out well, but it is what it is. We all make mistakes. Round guard's perfect. Round guard will solidify the fact that we're surviving any reloads. So if we can time the ballista shot good, we should be golden. I'd prefer not to lose any health here, but we're going to lose at least one shot from this plant. I think we just throw you on out there and see what happens, see what falls of it. Been a while since we saw Nosferatu. Now we need either the Ring of Indignation or Weaponized Envy to synergize with it. Yes, actually that would be Ring. Oh, there's so much that I forgot about in this game. Those old like builds. And then we don't upgrade or anything because we have a shop. We go to the shop, we buy a popping corn. No popping corn whenever you gain must circle, get an additional. We don't have any must circle going into us. But maybe we go ahead and grab tactical treat so that our refreshes aren't always getting punished. We can't get punished with where our refreshes are in this final boss. We're probably gonna lose some health on this fight just because that's usually the case on this fight. We got an easy crit. Beautiful. Maybe we won't lose any health in this fight. I guess we'll find out if we can snipe this crit out. Beautiful. Sometimes I just have the aim and sometimes I don't. Cheese? Should I have grabbed the bad cheese? What is that? Orbsium got a new change? I just don't like the Orbsium. And I can't afford anything, so. Looks like we're going in with 54 max HP. We could... The cheese strategy? Yes, the cheese strategy was such a good strategy. You know, I think I'm gonna go ensure that we hit the crit and do as much damage as we possibly can right there. Not impressed with the amount of damage we just did. But we're fine because we're gonna hit this crit. No, we're not. No. They did change constricting chains a little bit. I didn't want to end up over here and I kind of wanted to hit a bomb there. Ooh, you know what we're gonna do? Actually, he loads it next turn. So if I skip this one, I can't remember. He loads it and then he shoots that next turn. So if I throw this, he's going to load it. And then he shoots. So we want to skip here. No, we want to throw and then skip. Dang it, we have to throw this. I think we have to throw this. Because now he'll load it, now we have to skip here. And skipping... What? Did they fix it? No way that was part of this update. Where you can't just cheese that. They don't get a turn? Why did they not get a turn? Oh no! I had this relic! Oh no! The decoy orb decoyed my brain! Oh no! Come on now, 2692, you got this. 2692, you can do it. Ouch. Oh, I forgot we had decoy orb. My brain. What happened to my Peglin? Oh, he's behind the Spin Venture. We're gonna win with the Peglin real quick. And we're gonna have a special button. Gotta hop on the blind. The gray relic. Oh. What a sad way to go. Oh, I knew it was too good to be true, and I wasted all that brain power trying to figure out what I was doing there, only for it to be pointless. Get some blind. I think we open up our horizons a little bit here, and we grab some relics, some orbs that we don't usually grab. Get out of the old routine here, unless, of course, the Matryoshka comes, or, of course, the Ouroboros comes. I always have to grab the Ouroboros, just because the Ouroboros is fantastic. Chef's kiss. And I think after this run, we need to do the Spinventor so that we can assemble the symbol. That's the last achievement that I have left to do in this game, in my repertoire of this game, and then I'll have this game 100% complete. Upgrade. Yes. I don't like how many shops are around here. I like the elite, but I don't like having 2 shops back to back. This, every 2 crits hit, apply 1 exploitable. We do have 2 crits, but the odds of hitting both of them are probably pretty slim right now. That probably would work in the lower Crucible levels. Does Miss Oakley know any tricks? The strain on yours and Oakley's single brain cell, yes. Oakley, she was in there barking at nothing, and she had it stored in her little brain cell that I had the decoy orb, and she wanted to share the brain cell with me at that given time. That's exactly what just happened. But she does know a few tricks. I do want to say it's the same tricks I know. I know how to sit, shake. She knows how to go lay down. Did I just say no to the Elector Magnet? No way I said no to that. Okay. Whew. I did that once where I said no to a free relic. I thought I was going to have some deja vu there. I would have been so sad. But she knows how to sit, lay down, shake. She knows under. So if you turn your back to her and say under, she'll come walk underneath you. She was trying to get trained to be a service dog to help with anxiety and PTSD. So if you shake your leg, she will come over. If she notices you're shaking your leg or fidgeting in some way, she'll come over and put her paw on you to calm you down, or at least hope to calm you down or make you realize what you're doing. And so she does that, which is very annoying because every little movement of your leg whenever you're eating anything is when she starts clawing you. And the reason why she failed out of the training, and the reason is because she's reactive to other dogs' lights. Yeah, reactive to other dogs and lights, and she's afraid of loud noises. So like thunderstorms, and she eats walls whenever there's a thunderstorm. It's just fantastic. Fortunately, where we moved to, there's not too much thunderstorms going on in the northeast this time of year, which is very nice. Granted, we moved up to the northeast in like the rainiest summer that they've had in a long time, so that was great. Just don't see what we're going to do here because that refresh ended to find a spot. Well, you're supposed to grab the refresh, not bounce around it. Okay, it's your turn. Please hit the refresh this time. You bounced around it. Okay, we got through it. Now it's uphill from here. Purely uphill fighting. Not bad, not great by any means, but not bad. Ah, finally, it worked in our favor. May you ask a personal question? Well, it never hurts to ask. I will do my very best to answer it to the fullest of my abilities. Perfected reactant. Don't mind that. Peglin Narrow's pendants. Great too. Ring of indignation. Not bad. But I think we're gonna go Peglin Narrow's pendant. Just boost up our damage a little bit. We don't have enough money for the shop, so it's pointless to go towards the shop. Boost up our damage with the money a little bit. So now we can really stack our money. The last video I watched was the one where you almost cried for that one. Oh my gosh, that was a night. I tell you what, I was exhausted that next day whenever I recorded that video. One who does totally like more. You or your wife? She loves my wife. She loves my wife more than me, for sure, 100%. No way I can even lie about that one. Oakley sees me as her, her chauffeur. I'm the one that takes her everywhere. I'm the one that I spend 24 hours of our lives together. Yet she can care less about who I am, what I'm doing. She only cares about my wife. Whenever my wife gets home, oh, she's so excited, she's so happy. But then when she sees me, like after an extended period of time and we're gone and then we're coming back to her, she sees her, just jumps all over, crying, happy, sees me, gives me a couple sniffs, and then walks on. How is wife? How is she taking her noble profession of being a nurse? She loves it so much. There's definitely... so she's a travel nurse. So it's a different hospital and consistent, like every contract and whatnot. Granted, we extended where we're at here, so we're going to be here for a little bit longer. So she's going to stay at this hospital. But her home hospital, where the city where we grew up, where I grew up, not where she grew up, but where I grew up, was a level 1 trauma center. She worked there after college, and it was just action-packed, constantly something going on, and it was exhausting for her, for sure. But whenever she's going to these other hospitals, it's not level 1 trauma centers that she's going to. It's just smaller hospitals that just need help with what they have. And so I think she's getting a little bored on her work days, because I get she sends me a lot of TikToks while she's working instead, because it's slow. She gets more breaks. At her other hospital, she hardly got a lunch because it was just so busy and whatnot. But it is what it is. By my knowledge, she enjoys it. Always has some story to tell me about her work day, which is nice to hear. I mean, a lot of the jargon goes over my head, but I smile and nod, and then as I'm smiling and nodding, she says, "Are you even paying attention?" And then I say yes, and then I repeat what she's saying. Well, I repeat what I could remember of what she's saying, because between you and me, I might zone out just a touch bit. Maybe just a tad bit I zoned out. Did you see the rainbow slime? I don't know if I killed her or not. I was too busy ratting on myself on not paying attention to a lot of the stories my wife tells me. It's not my fault necessarily that I'm not paying attention to it. It's just I don't understand it. That's it. I just don't understand it. So I'm not the only one. Oh, the Electropegnant is so good on this map. I was about to brag about it, but then it went off and did something like that, because it gets underneath here and really stacks up the damage. Look how much damage we have already. Oh, and we landed on the refresh. simply remarkable. We're gonna win with the Peglin here. We're gonna move on with life. We're gonna head on to the Spinventor. Live our best lives with the Spinventor. I think we spend our money to upgrade here. I was thinking about grabbing this Chemiball Hazard, but I don't think I want it. I don't think I want it. I do like Kinetic Meteorite. They did change Constricting Chains, but not Cursed Mask, so I don't really like Cursed Mask. Because you start with Confusion 4, which, yes, makes sense. Confusion, whatnot. What was I saying? Yes, Confusion 4. It's annoying that it spins in circles and you have to aim, but the +2/+4 right here, while you have any negative status effect, you start the battle, and period, you start the battle with Fusion 4. So the +2/+4 disappears after the 4 turns. After the Confusion 4 is done, the +2/+4 is done. So you just get no benefit from it. In my eyes, at least. And I'm, as you can tell, whenever I fight the Ballista, or the whatever the boss that we're about to fight, I have terrible aim whenever it comes to the Confusion. I don't even know what I'm doing half the time. If we can get some Pierce here, we're gonna be stacking up some damage. Oh yeah, the knights in these pictures. Bookshelf looks all nice and clean. The picture looks nice. Chandelier's nice and lit. The windows are clean. We're starting off all nice here. It comes in clutch in the 3rd act. I guess if I don't know what we're doing here. I think this is the punishment for not having any Pierce is what we're dealing with right now. And then having only 2 strong orbs that aren't doing much. Okay, maybe we're gonna lose here. Simply because... Beautiful hit on that refresh. Yeah, we're going to lose a little bit of health, but I'm fine with losing just a tiny bit more health. It's a risk I'm willing to make for the time being, just for our future self. And then we just... Oh my goodness, I missed the easy crit. Okay, maybe today's not the Peglin kind of day for us. Favorite? Oh, look, there's the Bramble. What I was talking about earlier is you can see where the sprite changes if you hover over it. So it actually rotates. The thing shines. Doesn't do it. Oh, there's the Docked Orb. I say we grab the Docked Orb. I have not seen the Docked Orb in a while. So might as well as grab it now since we have, what, 11 health left? Maybe we start with the Docked Orb so I can throw it out early on whenever the pegs are filled. Well, starting out with it here. Is it smart to start out with it right there? It is what it is. I made the decision. I'm going to live with it. We are now maxed HP. We're doing a lot of damage that we don't need. I feel like I was about to say a story, but I can't remember what story it was. And I think it was whenever it was brought to, whenever the last video one of you guys watched was the Oakley running away, which, my goodness, that dog. Now every single time I'm outside, or I let her outside, I check the gates, and even after I check the gates, if I don't hear her, I start thinking she got out again. I am scarred, but we're only at this house for a couple more weeks, and then she loses her yard. We're going to go back to an apartment life just because we're moving closer into the city. We're moving closer. Do we want the Persist Docked Orb? don't think we care about the persist on the Docked Orb right now. So we're maxed HP again. We'll just go ahead and do that. Hopefully, well, I guess we only have one way to go. Yep, I check the gate every time. And I don't know, it's crazy. Well, okay. One thing, this is totally off topic. But so at work, we had like a Secret Santa gift exchange and whatnot. We knew about it since mid-November or whatnot. Thanksgiving. We knew about it in Thanksgiving week. To buy gifts, get ready for gift exchange. It was all determined. I had my boss, so I had to give my boss a gift, which I think, which was fine. I got her exactly what she needed, what she asked for. And then everyone, the day finally came for the gift exchange. We all got onto Microsoft Teams. We're all sitting there talking, and then comes time to open the gifts. Everyone's gift came in except for the one that was given to me. So the person that was buying me a gift, I guess, ordered it too late and it did not come in. So I'm sitting there awkwardly on this Teams call with everyone else opening up their gifts, and I am patiently sitting there waiting, watching them all open up their gifts. Just a fun little story there for the holiday spirit. My heart jumped when you said she was missing. Sounds like you got some PTSD here. Yeah. So at my parents, they have a big, what is it called? A privacy fence is what they have. And no way, it's like a 6-foot privacy fence. No way Oakley's going to be getting out of it. Did I just spend I spent our money right before shop again. We don't even have enough. Ooh, there's the cookie. Here's the cookie. Cookie. We want the cookie? I think we want enhanced gunpowder. I know the cookie, but we don't have that build anymore. We don't have enough refreshes. We only have one on the board that I know of. Yep, we can't even afford that. So it is what it is. Let's see how our damage is outputting. Oh, whenever I was playing dishes, playing Peglin instead of doing the dishes. Well, do I have a story for you? Hello, Pupple 101. Well, it actually was 2 days ago. 2 days ago, my wife was working because she has to work all this weekend. Today's her last day of her 3 shifts in a row, and then she's got a nice break. I think like a 1-day break or something, and then she goes back, but she has New Year's off. But while she was gone, or while she was working, it was a Saturday. I mean, I had a very lazy Saturday. I played some Age of Empires with my friends. Next thing I know, she was walking through the front door, saying my name as she was on FaceTime with my mom. Just, I don't know, she likes to FaceTime people as she's driving home, and she never FaceTimes me for it just because I'm apparently, quote unquote, boring. I didn't want to skip the doctor. Quote unquote, boring to talk to on the phone. I don't know where she got that idea from. But think maybe Chemical Hazard? We don't have anything to pierce, but she comes in, screams my name because I didn't do the dishes. I didn't do anything. I did not do anything the whole time, so I got in trouble that day. So to say the least, yesterday I definitely did dishes. I cleaned, I sweeped, I went in the yard, I filled up some of the holes Oakley dug. It was perfect. Hello, Trezesi? Camille? I might have to call you Camille. I'm not the greatest at reading. So I was actually thinking about this last weekend. My wife and I went to went to... We want you. So we do Heroes Backpack. We went to Boston, Massachusetts, and we went to a bookstore. Now, I've been trying my hardest to get into reading, just because I know I've always struggled with reading, and I know it's something that should be relatively easy to get better at just by doing it. But I don't. I just get bored reading. I get sidetracked and whatnot. But whenever I was a kid, I always was put in the lowest reading group, and I didn't really think much of it. I was always embarrassed in school because, like, one of the girls I would like or something was reading those big old chapter books, and this was like in elementary school or something. She was reading a big old chapter book, and then I get mine. It's like a paperback little book, and I still didn't read it because I never read. I never read as a kid, and I didn't really read in college either. It's just been a bad trait of mine, is my lack of desire to read, or lack of will to read. And so the more that I think about it, I think I wouldn't have struggled so much for like being in those lower reading groups if I just actually sat down and read the book that was put in front of me instead of just ignoring what I'm supposed to do and then just assuming. That was how I did the test. So if you know anything about elementary school, usually you would read a book and then they would like quiz you or test you on it. I would just guess. Just give my best educated guess on what the book was about. Trezwe means sober. Ganondorf, how are you doing, Ganondorf? I hope all is well and bright and shiny. This is the book, this picture. Not interested in short, I only read comics. So my brother read, my brother read comics. We had Shonen Jump was delivered to our house because my brother we would randomly get, maybe for his birthday or something, my parents would like buy him a 1-year membership or a 6-month membership, I don't know, whatever they could afford at the time. And so they would do that for him, and so he would sit there and read them. And this is how weird I am. I would just sit there and look over his shoulder at him. I don't know what I'm looking at because I'm not reading it. I'm just looking at the pictures and just, again, assuming what's going on. No idea what's actually happening in front of my eyes. And then I would then ask my brother, oh, what happened? I don't get that. I would say, I don't get that. And then he would explain it to me so that I don't have to read it. That is how lazy I am, or was, whenever it came to reading. Now I'm trying to force myself back into reading as best I can, but I have a book that I bought, started, and have not looked at again, so it's going well. Has to be a good book for me to pick it up, but didn't start reading until I was 18. There's a no amiibo for TOTK. TOTK, what is TOTK? I know TOTK, but how do I know TOTK? Riddle me this, Batman, riddle me this. How do I know that? Not a fan of anime. I don't know. I don't watch anime. I don't know too much about it. The only anime that I think it's an anime, I don't know, is Naruto. I did watch that. I watched it all the way through as I was working one day. Well, not all in one day, but I would just have it playing as I'm working, just because, oh my goodness, that series is filled with so many filler episodes. Talk about how much I don't like reading as it is. Throw filler episodes into it where they're pointless. I I had to Google which episodes are worth watching, which ones aren't. And then even that wasn't the most accurate. So I'm sure I missed a few episodes that were probably important. Or maybe I didn't miss any that were important. Need something that's going to help us against this wall here. Tears of the Kingdom. I'm so off topic.
You're awesome!
Thank you for the follow on the Twitch side. Yeah, we are streaming on Twitch as well. I don't know why. I thought, I have... Okay, so I'll go on this little rant. It's a little rant that I've had ever since I started, or I was thinking about streaming here on YouTube. And I did Streamlabs before. Back in my heyday, I hit my prime in streaming back in when Mixer was a thing. You should have seen me. I was the top dog on Mixer for Halo Wars 2 was the game of choice. And I was the #1 streamer. Oh, that was my peak performance there. Doesn't get any better than that. Well, that was a terrible spot for that refresh to go into. Come on, give us a refresh. Oh, and I missed it. Give us a good refresh with our Doctor Orb right here. We're gonna wait for it to come back around. Perfect. And then we have Persist Doctor Orb, so we are fine. We're going to heal back up, and then we're gonna try again. Reincarnation as a slime. Getting off topic, 100% normal for a cam video. Yeah, that is true. Ganondorf's fitting right in with the off-topic comments because, well, I forgot what I was telling. Oh, my little rant about streaming. Shonen Jump is a manga, by the way, so you read it from left to right. That would break your brain if you try to read it. Honestly, that's probably why I was confused as well. The pictures didn't even line up. But, so whenever I was looking to stream, back whenever I was hitting my peak in Mixer, I used Streamlabs OBS. And then whenever I started this Cam1 channel and we kind of built from there, and I was thinking about going back into streaming a little bit on this channel whenever we had some availability, whenever we can, like today, I looked at Streamlabs OBS because I was familiar. That was a terrible throw. I looked at Streamlabs OBS, but you sign away the rights of your whole entire account. They have total control of everything that you can do on your account. They can turn on your stream, they can turn off your stream, they can rename your stream, they have access to your comments. It was just a little bit too much that I wanted to give them access to for our channel. So I decided not to do Streamlabs OBS, and I went with regular OBS for YouTube streams. So that's why I don't know how to set up everything, because regular OBS isn't as easy to maneuver with as Streamlabs OBS is. So there's not every time someone subscribes or likes the video, it doesn't have a nice little cool pop-up thing, and it's because of that aspect of it. Because I just don't know how to set it up. And so I didn't set Streamlabs OBS up to that. Oh, we got 1 tapped because we had 30 HP. You know what we're gonna do? We're gonna actually switch over to the Spin Venter. We're just gonna go to the Spin Venter now. Peglin is a wash. We never even did that. We're gonna close our eyes, open them, and it's a brand new world. So I use Streamlabs OBS for Twitch because I don't care if Streamlabs has access to our Twitch. Our Twitch doesn't really matter that much, aside from meeting new people. And there's no control. It's got a totally different email than what our YouTube channel uses. So they'll have... Streamlabs OBS won't have any association with our YouTube channel at all. It'll only have access to our Twitch channel. And then I use OBS for YouTube. And so I figured, why not just try both of them? And so I have OBS up and Streamlabs OBS up, and I tried streaming on both. And that's how we are today. And that is my little rant on why I don't like Streamlabs OBS. because you kind of sign away the rights of your account or of your channel to them. And I just didn't like that idea, if that makes sense. And that makes sense as to mangas or mangas. I don't know exactly how you want to say it. It's like Super Mario. It's like, what is it? Super Smash Brothers. Whenever Melee came out, is it Melee or is it Melee? I've always called it Melee. Got made fun of. It's called Melee apparently. And then I say Melee and I say it weird or say it wrong or something. Someone doesn't like it. So I just try to avoid saying that game. Even though it's the game that my brother and I grew up playing all the time. I don't want to duplicate any orb. See, this is the luck that we have with the Spinventor. The one that gets the Spinventor originality, where it's the power is having original orbs, and it gives us all these events that duplicate orbs. We just don't care about duplicating. We are not in the market for duplications as the Spinventor. We're looking for the symbol is what we're doing. The symbol is what we need. The symbol is what we desire. Well, that works. I also tried there's a few videos that are coming out, and I mentioned like I was streaming and recording at the same time. Turns out that did not work as I initially intended, because the video, not the videos, but the streams as I was recording, I don't know if it was my computer that was having the problem or what, but the stream was not performing well at all whenever I would hit the record button. So I figured, streams are just going to be their own content. The VODs are just going to be uploaded. If people want to watch it, they can go watch the VODs. We're probably going to have very good runs in the VODs. We're going to have very bad runs, just like we have now. And there probably is going to be golden runs that get left into the nether for a lot of people not to see because it was on a stream VOD. And that's the fate that I'm willing to accept. Yeah, so it is weird that I haven't got this symbol yet, which I've had it before. I know I've had it before, and I probably have a video out about how I got it, like with it, and I probably said something cheesy like how everyone else does. Is this OP? I wish I was creative whenever it comes to titles and stuff, because I feel like sometimes I'm creative with a title, only to find out I was not creative whatsoever with it, and someone else posts the exact same way or strategy. So I'm working on trying to figure out how to do that and be timely. Timely is definitely a key thing I'm working on. New Year's resolution, as well as getting healthier, I guess. That's another New Year's resolution. That if you guys flash back to last year, my New Year's resolution was to get healthy again. Did not work. I'm not unhealthy, but I'm just not as healthy as I once or as I desired to be. Yes, but unfortunately it was a custom run. It was a custom run, I do believe. That probably makes more sense that it was a custom run that I did it. Probably a fun day Friday, and I had the opportunity presented to me. But we've had quite a few runs on this channel where we almost get it done. I'm just gonna hit these bombs. We're gonna lose quite a bit of health here. Actually, we hit that bomb. We're not gonna lose any health. Well, yeah, we are. Oop. We're gonna open up this bomb. After we get rid of the bat, then we're gonna get rid of that slime, and then we are going to get rid of the bomb. I, some reason, thought in my head I was gonna get rid of everything with that bomb hit. I tell you what, this is not my best friend. Oh, hey, look, there's a piece. This potion bolt is fine. I just wish it did, like, even if it was just 1/1 damage, I just wish it did just some kind of damage instead of no damage. We kind of need to hit the elite fight to get something going. The first piece is always a piece. Gains attacks all enemies. So this has pierce. Might as well just throw it, right? And it's got pierce. Weaken everything enough that I honestly performed better than I envisioned in my head. We have the piercing piece, which is good. I do like the slime piece, and I do like just the base damage increased one. That is a really good one to have. I did not want to hit the refresh there. I do want to hit 2 more. I don't want to hit the refreshes, but I guess we're gonna favor the refreshes a bit. I started playing Overwatch again. Call me crazy for that, for one. But my brother wanted to play it, so I played it with him, and I played it until, okay, this just paints me in a bad light necessarily. But the night my wife got on to me for not doing anything, I go to bed with her. Our routine on these strips of her working, or strings of her working a lot, is I make dinner, we watch something until she gets tired, then we go to bed. I scratch her back until she falls asleep. That's the fastest way to get her to fall asleep. And then once she's asleep, I go and play my game. That is my strategy. So that's what I did. That was my strategy that evening. And I came in here, played, I got on Discord, played some Age of Empires with a few friends. Then I saw my brother was on. And so I went to go, we kind of need the health, but you know, you only live once. So I saw my brother playing Overwatch. I'm like, I haven't played Overwatch in a while. I started it up and played it with him. And I played Overwatch with my brother for, until 4 a.m., 3 a.m., something like that. It was just absurd. An unhealthy amount of Overwatch consumed in one evening in 2023, almost 2024. Yeah, not a proud moment, but it got done. We won a few games, a 5-9 versus a 5-10. I think I'd rather throw the 5-10 out. Oh, 270's beautiful amount of damage. It's a shame, a darn shame that we're actually going to lose here. There's just nothing we can do necessarily, because you're gonna hit and run us, and we only do... You do 10 damage, don't you? That was our warm-up. Warm-up with the Spinventer. That's what that was. Just nonsensical warm-up with the Spinventer. I haven't played Peglin in a while, so that's what I'm going to chalk it up to. As long as it's not Fortnite, we can forgive you. That is fair. I only played Fortnite once, and that was back whenever it first came out. But I was playing Call of Duty, was it Blackout at the time, with a bunch of friends from my internship, because I was still in college at the time, and we were playing Blackout. We were grinding that out. Fortnite comes out. It's a battle royale as well, and I didn't know much about it. It was a little too cartoony a little bit for me, for my liking or my taste at the time. And so I played it once and never touched it again, and haven't touched it since. And I just don't get I don't get it. Remember, Cam, got to be careful about what you say. The wife knows about this channel now. That is true. She did find out. Oh, what a slip up of mine. Blurting it out to her like that. But she doesn't know what it's called. She doesn't know anything. She just knows it exists. And that is it. She knows it exists. That's all she wrote as of now. so she can't find us. It's our little secret. Good warm-up getting to that boss. It was a solid warm-up getting to the boss. Dust ourselves off and we can go to the boss again. We'll say hi. Maybe we'll see the second act here. I mean, I heard this game has a third act. I don't know. Kind of forgot what that's like. Oh, I think we want 50 gold here because the shop's next. If it wants to find something, we all know the wife will find out. Yes, that is a true statement. She found out about the channel without me even knowing. She had me playing it on the TV without me even knowing. Without me even realizing what I was doing. Oh, man. Because I talk about Oakley so much in it. And of course, I couldn't find a single video. Because I usually, whenever I start the videos, I do my little intro, say hi to everyone. And then Oakley's sitting there right next to me. And then I usually make a comment to her, saying something to her. But none of the videos I clicked on had that. So I was just, I don't know, it was awkward. It was awkward trying to find one because I told her I talk about Oakley a lot. And so she wanted to hear me talk about Oakley and I couldn't. So we went through so many intros. At least I didn't have her watch all of it. Apparently there is a third act. Maybe we'll find out. Maybe there's a fourth act. What if there was a fourth act and we just never knew because we can't get to it? Okay, now we have this opened up. Hitting all 3 bombs there would have probably been the most ideal, but not impossible to survive. Not a great refresh location, but that's okay. Refresh locations never really exist where I want them to. We're going to lose a lot of health here. 'Tis be the time of... Okay, we open up. Keep this peg. Dang it, we gotta open up one more. Oh, no, we got rid of the peg I needed. How bouncy is this bounce thing? Oh no, I angled it wrong. No, I angled it wrong again. There it is. We're back in it. Secret fourth act. So kind of like if you've ever played Slay the Spire, getting to the heart fight, kind of like a secret way to get to it. You have to collect certain things throughout your run in order to get to the fourth act or the final boss. I think that would be really cool, or a final boss would be really cool if they added. Granted, I don't know how much more work they're putting into Peglin, because aren't the Red Nexus team launching like a new game or something? I think I saw them promoting it in their Discord or something. Or talking about it, some other roguelike, which now I know the difference between a roguelike and a roguelite. I prefer roguelikes because I like the likes. And Binding of Isaac is kind of a mixture of both. I just don't like the idea of having to unlock relics as you progress. So not having everything capable of picking up at the start of the game. Okay, we're gonna forcefully hit that bomb. Actually, we're not gonna forcefully hit that bomb. We're going to lose a little bit more health here. That's all part of the plan. This is exactly what I was hoping for. We don't want to do too much damage or go into the final boss with too much health. My goodness, maybe this one's a warm-up. Hey, King Hood, thank you for stopping by. Hey, look, we got another piece. Actually, we have yet to have a piece. Oh my goodness. The problem is we need to upgrade because we have a final boss. We're in such a bad spot. I'm sorry. Hopefully we can come across you again. As of right now, we can't afford it. Well, there's that. Devs of Peglin said they are sort of planning a new chapter, but it has not yet confirmed. Challenges today. Nola, hey, how's it going? Haven't talked to you in a while. I wasn't planning on doing challenges today, per se. I was thinking, so there's the blind. There's one Fun Day Friday that I skipped. And this brings it up perfect, where I can talk about it. It was a blind challenge where you essentially play the game with no monitor on. And so I was trying to think of how to do it where it would be practical to implement. I mean, I'm no quitter, but this ain't going anywhere. I do have to tell you that. This fight ain't gonna go anywhere. So I was thinking maybe we do that on a stream challenge or not. That's why I skipped it. I didn't know what I wanted to do with that challenge yet, how I wanted to present it, how I wanted to tackle it, what to do for it. Another warm-up. My goodness, this game, it has... I don't know why I'm in achievements. This game has a third act somewhere in it. Imagine we go this whole stream without hitting the third act, and I'm on Crucible 10. We went further in Crucible 15 than we ever did in Crucible 10 so far. These are not great starting relics, but I'll take it. It's mole time. The mole destroyed me. Yeah, the terrible challenge runs. Yes, the old terrible challenge runs. Those, every once in a while, there's one that I can actually win, and there's some that are just so hard. So hard. Which I think I'm getting out of practice in this game a little bit. I'm getting a little too, I got too comfortable with my play style, especially on these like Crucible 10. Crucible 10, whenever we were on the Crucible 15 grind, was unstoppable. I couldn't lose Crucible 10 to save my life because I was so used to Crucible 15 and how hard it was. And now I just can't win Crucible 10 or 15. I don't even know if I can win the base game. I think I even tried that. Oh, I saved you all from some ads. I think I caught it in time. It told me something about it's about to play ads. And so I think I skipped ads, I think. I hope. If you got ads, I do apologize. That wasn't the intended purpose. It wouldn't let me turn it off for the live stream for whatever reason, which we discussed this earlier in the stream. And it was a fair point was made. YouTube wants their money. So they need the ads to run get their money. No ads, cheers. Yes, cheers. I do like Elector Magnet. I think so far we are not on a bad build. Are we on a great build? Not really. 'Tis the time to be jolly. Can't skip the ads. Oh man. I don't like... Okay, another pet peeve of mine, which I didn't know this until I actually had this channel to where we're at now, where we have the ads and stuff, or you can get monetized. I didn't realize you can choose to have your ads be skippable or not. And so all this time, all these people that are running non-skippable ads are doing it just to get more money, just so that their ad revenue goes up a little bit more. I didn't know it was a choice. I thought it was just luck of the draw. Like, oh, I guess it's my time for a non-skippable ad. That's how I always thought the logic went. Turns out, no. Whenever you upload a video, you can choose. You can choose if you want mid-rolls, pre-rolls, post-rolls, and skippable or non-skippable. I think, of course, you can even have all three post, pre, and mid-rolls, which is just, I mean, that's a lot of ads. Is the gift that keeps on giving. I mean, I try to give. Sometimes I'm like the mom to your middle child. I kind of forget sometimes, because here recently we've missed a few uploads for sure. And it's one thing that I don't like whatsoever is missing uploads. I like having a rhythm or having a routine, and it was always a routine, but it's becoming more and more difficult to have like those daily consistent uploads, especially whenever we're moving so much. It's exhausting, and I didn't have a setup. I finally bought a desk, but of course this desk can't. Look at that, 2 back to back. Don't mind if I do. Refreshing punch. The channel is monetized already. It is monetized, yes. Which, okay. So I don't know how much. I don't think. Actually, we're small enough. We're small enough. I'm just gonna say it. So there's well, hello, 64-bit doggo on Twitch. Good to see you. But there's a ad blocker, since YouTube did the whole no ad blocker thing, where now the ad blockers don't work or whatnot. There is another one that a friend of mine showed me that it doesn't like block the ads. It just skips through them. So I'm kind of curious if that still gives, like, still appeases what YouTube is wanting, where the ads are still getting registered. But I can kind of see how that's also an issue with that being the ads are still getting played yet not being watched, and the companies are paying for them to be watched. Or I guess they're not necessarily paying for them to be watched. They're paying for them to be played. So technically they are being played, just super fast, right? Is that the right mindset with it? Nah, could be wrong there, but I don't know. Thus spoke. Watch the ad, or thou shalt not receive thy money. Yeah, that's fair. If you don't watch it, well, yeah, I don't know. I try to play as much as I can by the book. I think it's just a safer bet. Safer bet to play by the book. There's a lot of cheesy ways around everything. The only cheese I like is whenever it's in a video game. Oh, there's one thing that I don't know. I think I even ranted about the, well, not ranted. I've talked about it before on the channel. Why am I losing so much? I don't have any way to heal. That is the bane of our existence, not having a form of healing. And we're doing hardly any damage. Apparently, okay, I don't know what's going on with these throws. Apparently cheating's kind of like a big hot topic in a lot of these first-person shooter battle royale games now. Like streamers are apparently cheating or something like that. I don't know anything about it, but there's a few like clips. I don't know why they get shown to me. I don't play any battle royale anymore, just because, I don't know. As soon as they got rid of Verdansk and Warzone, I lost my interest. I couldn't keep up. Lawyer cam, yeah. Oh, okay. One other thing, little off topic. the word lawyer brings it up is the way I say it. I get made fun of by my wife all the time by the way I say it. I say lawyer because it's called a law and then you're. It's exactly how it's spelled. But apparently it's lawyer. Loy. Like you're loitering. But it's lawyer, not lawyer. And so I get made fun of repeatedly for calling it a lawyer. But that was a little snippet there. My personal point on the view, what makes the channel great is how it holds true to you. I hope it makes sense. Yeah, holds true. I try to make sure candid, open. There's nothing. I'm just honestly just a normal person that plays games while his wife's at work. That's my life. I have a German Shepherd. Play games. Figured might as well as, if I'm playing games, meet new people, talk to new people, have conversations. We always go into the mole fight with no health or Monet. That's fine, because hopefully we're doing enough damage this time for it. This refresh, I think we target the refresh. Perfect, target on the refresh. I guess, you know, if that mole was getting hit, these first two hits, I think the mole would be dead. And then we pull up a 33 hit on the mole. It's just crazy. Have the bone to pick with you. Yeah, these plants are... and these throws have something else. My fancy way to say that. Rister. Boom. 170. I think we might lose here just because of my incompetent throwing and incompetent ability to do damage here. I don't want to use that refresh yet. I want you to come over here, and then we're actually not gonna... Well, I didn't want to use the... Look at all that damage. Oh, we survive because of that. The symbol coming in clutch. I say liar for obvious reasons. Aha, good one, David. Oh, you guys are... I'm new to the idea of streaming. You know, whenever I was in my heyday in Halo Wars, streaming Halo Wars, not many people watched Halo Wars. So, I mean, being the greatest at Halo Wars streaming was... I mean, it's a title that I'll hold true to myself, but it's not, between you and me, it's not that much to brag about, but I'm still gonna brag about it every once in a while, especially to my wife, because I don't get enough things to brag about. So if I just have something, just that one little thing to brag about, I'm golden. I am golden. Oh, and believe you me, I told her about me being the #1 mixer streamer on Halo Wars. Oh, I told her that in a heartbeat. There was a time, actually, on Xbox. So I played Xbox before PC. Cam wins the camera? I don't know. That's one thing that I've been debating on, as you guys know in one of the videos I actually discussed it. I don't know. Best Boxing Day morning I had in a while. Merry Christmas to everyone indeed. Merry Christmas. Happy New Year. Happy Hanukkah, Kwanzaa. Happy days. Happy times spent with family, friends, who haves yous. Whoever is willing to give you free food, that is who is rewarded today. Unless you're the one that has to provide the free food, then thank you for your service this holiday season. People like me appreciate that. People like you. Yeah, she did tell me to get a face cam. I told her, you know, it's easy to say that women would have an easier time growing a channel if they have a face cam. But I don't know. I don't know how true that is or not. Oh, was that the slime? No way, that was the rainbow slime way back here and they thought I was gonna hit it. I had to have been, something else must have been right there and I'm just seeing things. I picture you as a guy with brown hair and gentle facial features, maybe sporting a beard. That's how you see me, eh? Funny you think I can grow a beard. That was the slime? Wow. Okay, well, I can grow facial hair. I don't know how well it is. My wife actually told me, she FaceTimed me on her break today, and she said, will you shave before I get home? Apparently, we're going over at 9 p.m. Christmas night. We're going over to one of her coworkers' house for drinks and games or something. I'm not sure. I still have to work in the morning. But, and she just got done working 3 12-hour shifts in a row. I just don't see how this is gonna come to fruition. But, you know, I will be ready. I will be ready for her whenever she gets here. I'm gonna be fully dressed. I'm gonna have my shoes on. I'm gonna be clean shaven. I'm gonna be ready to go to this. And then she's gonna get here and say, I'm too tired. We're staying home. I just know it. And so then I spent all that time for naught. But you know, I love her, so I'm going to support her in this endeavor, this little adventure that I'm going to go on, this little side quest. Maybe stay for a bit, then head back home at a reasonable hour. Yeah, but yes, but I'm a good husband. Yeah, stay. That's what she keeps saying. Stay for a bit, but it's 9. The kicker is it's going to be 9 p.m. So staying for a while. So stay for what? Even if it's an hour, that puts us at 10. Stay for 2 hours puts us at 11. Granted, it's me complaining here, and it's like what is it? What is it called? Splitting hairs. That's what it is. Or I'm screaming at nothing because honestly, I work from home. I get out of bed. It's the week in between Christmas and New Year's. No, nothing's gonna be happening at work. It's just me finding something to complain about, I guess. So I mean, it's just me trying to be a homebody. There's nothing else to it. I gotta plug in my phone, and I traveled home. Traveled back to Missouri. What? Oh, I should have went left. Wasn't even paying attention. I traveled back to Missouri, for my brother's wedding, and I took my phone charger. I forgot my phone charger. I forgot it there. Oh, please duplicate something. Not my symbol. That sucks. We're gonna accept the bribe. We have no Pierce. I don't want to fight him with no Pierce. What was I ranting about? Oh, my phone charger. I forgot my phone charger back at my parents' house, so now I don't have a phone charger. All I have is just a wire. I have a wire, no block, to go into the wall, so I have to charge it through my personal computer. So it's just been a big hassle. And then I bought my wife one year one of those, a charging dock. There's my phone. Just got plugged in. I have an iPhone, just so you know. If you're curious, I have an iPhone. If you're not curious, well, now you know I have an iPhone. I don't know if that makes any difference to you whatsoever, but I know I've seen a lot of videos that having iPhones is a big deal in some circles. I don't really I have an iPhone solely because I bought a MacBook with my first ever credit card back whenever my freshman year of college. I bought a MacBook and I wanted to use it to the fullest. In order to use it to the fullest, I bought an iPhone right after it so that I can link the two. Where was I at? Oh no, never. I'm envious. Not gonna lie, I wish I could work from home. Yes, I am. Oh my gosh, I missed the refresh. I don't even need to hit it. Why was I aiming for it? I am very blessed to have a work from home. I'm an introvert, so I would never be at those sorts of things for a long time. You know, I am an introvert for sure. Get a couple drinks in me, and then I will start kind of like opening it up a little bit and talk a little bit more. And then some of the nonsense that I talk about in our YouTube videos starts coming out in person. And imagine the ranting that I do here, but with someone that's standing right in front of you. It's just not a good mixture, you know? So let's see what this third act has in store for us. I don't want sealed conviction. Molten mantle. I don't want molten mantle, and I definitely don't want curse mask. Now we know Kenwin is an apple person. Yes, I'm an apple person just out of convenience. It's been too long. I got everything associated with Apple. Now I'm stuck with it. There's nothing wrong with wanting to stay home. There is nothing wrong. I want to stay home with Oakley, prevent Oakley from having to go into her kennel. That's all I'm trying to do. This is all for the betterment of Oakley and her quality of life this Christmas evening. And he's clean shaven. Right now, I'm not clean shaven. I have a little bit of stubble. I've never really tried growing out of my beard too much just because, I don't know. It's like what do they say? What do they call it? It's a man's makeup is what they say a beard is. I mean, I don't know if that's true or not, but I hear people saying it all the time. So I'll grow out a beard once I lose all my hair. How about that? That is my game plan. Whenever I lose all the hair on the top of my head, then I'm going to just grow out a beard so that some part of my face is warm in the winter. Two, despite being Italian, I know the feel. Oh, some red wine. So, okay. So here's my issue with streaming, I guess. Someone brings up a topic, I have something to speak on it, and then I go down a rabbit hole, then I have to take a time, go see where I left off, and then follow up from... I lost that much health there? Ouch. I do like Poltorb guys, though. It's the QR code as well? We're fine with the Poltorb guys tier. I am gonna purchase the heals. I know it's crazy purchasing heals in this economy, but it needed to be done. But red wine, my wife and I are trying to get into it. She's trying to get into it more, is drinking wine. I can't do wine, and I can't do liquor. I can do like a beer. That's about as much as I can do. I have such a hard time with it. First time seeing the third act? Yeah, it is the first time seeing the third act. It's crazy. Look how dark it is. Dark and mysterious. Nothing like the first two acts. Wonder what the fourth act is going to be like. Sure your dog is safe? That's nice of you. Well, hello, 64-bit doggo. Can win stream. Yes, I saw you pop into the Twitch side. I couldn't see if that was you that followed it. I think you've already followed, though, so... Not sure. I got the notifications and stuff working on that, just because it's very simple to do. I don't have the notifications on YouTube side just because I haven't quite figured out how to do it. No, haven't quite figured out how to do it properly. That's okay. We're actually going to remove our symbol. We do not want that symbol whatsoever. Regarding the beard thing, since I was allowed to grow it at work, I feel a strange sense of proudness about myself. Okay, so if you have like rules against having to, like, you can or can't do anything, I can for sure see the reasoning behind like going with a full beard. I have a friend that him and his dad, they are, oh, there you are. Him and his dad are just full on all about their beards, beard oil, beard combs, constantly combing it, constantly doing stuff with it. Just a sense of pride with it, which I don't really have anything with I don't have that much pride with anything that I have, so it's a little bit different. Of course, whenever we have the special relic is whenever we have all these red bomb fights. That's the only time we get these red bomb fights, is whenever we have little HP, little max HP. Oh, please don't hit any red bombs. Thank you. No red bombs until they're both out is perfect. I need you both to be out though. Beautiful. Get rid of the first guy. That's not enough to get rid of the first guy, but that will be enough to get rid of him. Beautiful. I know. Why are we getting the same pieces of the symbol? So of course I'm blessed towards wine, especially porters and stouts. Yeah, like Guinness. So those like coffee beers. I'm not a big, like those dark, I call them coffee beers just because like Guinness, isn't Guinness like a big coffee beer style where their beers taste like coffee or something like that? I'm not a big fan of coffee, so it's not really necessarily my cup of tea either. So, but I still drink them because I can drink beers fine. I just have a hard time with anything with an extremely, that tastes like liquor, like dry wines. Bleh. I can't do them. They're so hard to get down. I don't know where I'm going. I think I wanted to go right. Yeah, right, then left. Navigation inflation is pointless for us, but that is okay. We're gonna go left. Ooh, this is a new fight. Look at this. One's be a good thing. Agree, of course. Yeah. Taking care of the beard, especially if you work so hard on growing it and making it nice. These things have so much health. I hope they don't do a lot of damage because this is a base fight, so what is going on? I mean, I'm slow-minded sometimes, but I feel like I should be able to pick up on what they're throwing here. Well, they can hit me from just like slime. They are slime. They are shredding me like slime shred me. Interesting fight for sure. Seems like it could be a very difficult fight for the most part. With how much health you have to go through with no pierce. Ouchie on that fight. The mushrooms buff passing creatures. Oh. The new map design? They needed to change this map to where it's not this gray or this brown anymore and make it more of a... Do we have a way to get rid of that stone? If we don't get rid of that stone, we might as well just chuck it. I mean, might as well as upgrade it, not chuck it. Well, a little bit of misnavigation on a good run can go a long way. Oh, fight arena design. Oh, so that one with the little, where it had like the the little oval there, and then it was a really cool one. Just seems like some of the pegs would be very difficult to actually hit. Over 500 damage there, and still didn't take out the first individual. Alright, time to shut this down. A little bit of a Poltergeist. You're gonna hit the crit, and then you're going to take out every single thing in your path, hopefully. Some Act 2 artifacts useful in Act 3 now. Oh, yeah. Well, I guess the shield ones don't really... They're not useful still. Anything related to like the shields, destroying shields or stuff, like that's just not. Okay, we'll see if this question mark is what we need. Pumpkin pie, I'll take a pumpkin pie. A Poltorb, it keeps the enemies away. Oh, Poltorb away. Oh, Poltorb is one of my favorite orbs. Anymore. It's just a good... What is this? This is an elite fight? So there's more to this. What? Oh, the refreshes. I need to hit the refreshes. Okay. It opens up the map. My goodness. That hurt my brain just a second, thinking that I was in a soft lock situation. Not a soft lock, because we would have just lost. In a lose-lose situation. This fight, honestly, I like the concept of this fight. Especially that we won, at least. I like the concept a little bit more now that I know we won. It was looking a little fishy there for a second. I thought invisible too, so that's why I kind of missed the refresh and everything. I threw for the pumpkin pie so that it jumps me back to the start in case it misses or something. But no, it looks like it refreshes. That's a pretty cool mechanic. I think it's pretty well balanced as well, because we got close to losing there for sure, and it didn't have too much health. I was kind of afraid whenever our health got so low that we were going to just lose, just because of where we were at. I had to do that. Betsy's Hedge, of course you do Betsy's Hedge. No negative effect to Betsy's Hedge. As a concept, I love it too. It worked well this time, yeah. Upgrade, of course. Of course, now we remove. My goodness. I tell you what, this game just loves to watch me spend my money poorly. Oh, look. Well, I prematurely threw that, so. But look how they slow down. I like that, I think. And we're not, they changed where we are angled on it. We're angled a little higher than right dead center, which is interesting. See how we're a little bit higher than dead center of these circles, which I think helps us. No, hurts us. I think it's to kind of balance it out. Oh, come on, you're supposed to stay alive and give us some HP, mate. Come on, Voltorb guys, you got this. Well, 4, 8. Okay, here we go, here we go, here we go. Come on, get us a lot of health. Don't fall in the middle. Okay, so I know why it's slowing down. The slowing down isn't designed to help us. It's designed to slow down the transition into the next circle. So the orb kind of gets dropped down the middle a lot more frequently since they're slowing down there instead of carrying it along the path with it, which makes sense, and then we just lost because the red bombs. We hit so many red bombs. Oh, what a kick in the groin that was. We'd even get our Spinventor built. Yeah, I'm of course grabbing the... Still a good play, yes, and it was good. We got to see the change that they did, because that is a very interesting change with that final boss, the QR code boss. I'm intrigued by it. Don't know if I like it though, just because we fell down the middle a lot, but I don't know if that's because of the new layout format or if it was because of just our throws were poor. I kind of wonder if it was just because our throws were not that good. I'll have to fight the QR code again and see. Will take some time to get used to. Yeah, the old ways of throwing does not work. Well, I guess it still works, just not as effectively. There might be a better way. It might make more sense to throw it maybe up and around versus to the left now. But I don't know. I could not. We'll find out. We will find out as time progresses. Oh, we're good. Do you think, now this is going to be, QR code has a new pattern. There must be a better way. There must be a better way. Always looking for improvements. But do you think there's going to be... I don't know. This is a little bit more skeptical or speculative. I don't know. There's a lot of things that I see on... which one of the creators that's always referred to me is Penguin Zero or Charlie or Moist Critical, his like YouTube. I watch some of them I just kind of skip over. But usually if there's one that kind of catches my eye or seems interesting to me, I tune into it. One of them was about all these like creators that are these TikTokers that are essentially being nuisances to the public, general public, just constantly bothering them, just seeming like the world revolves around them. They're the main character in the situation. Do you think that's going to end, or do you think that will just continue, just be a thing, to just always exist? It will always exist in our culture in some way at a success, and still see the same success that people are here. And I think if that is the case, it's probably going to be a pretty big downfall for... I'm curious on what the next, like, the generations are going to be like. Because of course not everyone's like that, and there's always those outliers. We're all basing these opinions and these ideas off of the one individual that we're seeing because they're the most popular or whatnot, or there's the channel that got the view this week. So maybe I'm just, I don't know, maybe reading into it too much. Main character syndrome, in my opinion, has always existed, but now it can be marketed and exploited. Yeah, that is a fair point. It probably has always existed. Just no... the altruism. There's no altruism. There's no, I don't know. It is what it is, I suppose. Everyone's... does whatever they want. I think that's the benefit for those of the people that live in the US of A. We all have, our freedoms to do whatever we want, whenever we want. Granted, there is some laws and rules against what we can and can't do, of course, which needs to be there with a lot of craziness that people can come up with. But it is lucrative, I guess, to say the least. Unfortunately, lucrative is the best way to say it. People are making a lot of money terrorizing the general public, and people enjoy watching the general public get terrorized, I guess. But that's a hot topic thing. I feel like if you ask anyone in a one-on-one scenario, they'll all have the same response, that it shouldn't be done, but people are making money off it, so why would they even stop? For the youth, cell phone until I was 15. My mom bribed me with a cell phone whenever we changed schools, so I moved to I was in a large city in the state, in Missouri, is where I initially grew up in. Then I moved to a small town, and my mom bribed me by saying, "We'll get you a cell phone if you go," which I had no say in it whatsoever. So the bribe was all for naught, because she was taking me there no matter what. She just said it was a bribe to make it seem like I might have had opinion on it. And I think she was giving me a cell phone because I was getting to the age where I'm going to be after school programs, I'm going to be busy, it's easy to get a hold of me. Of course, my phone at that time, here I go off on a rant without finishing reading what you were saying, so I apologize for that, but my phone at the time didn't even have text messaging. All it could do was solely send and receive phone calls. That's all it could do. And I remember I was in archery. I was on the archery team. Went to nationals, but no big deal. I brag about that to my wife all the time as well. She doesn't seem that impressed, so I hope you guys are at least impressed. Went to nationals. This was a long time ago in middle school. So, I mean, whenever I say my age, it's not as impressive, but I still say I went to nationals in archery just because, I mean, I did. But there's a kid in the archery team that said, "No, you get like 15 free text messages every month." And so he sent like a text on my phone saying, "Yeah, you can just send like 15 free texts." And I did not believe him one bit. And so I was terrified whenever he sent that text on my phone that my parents would see and then get on to me for sending texts. But that's beside the point. That was back whenever you had to pay for minutes as well. Minutes on your phone to talk. But beside the point, I could just keep going on that rampage. But okay. You can see the influence modern media. Yeah, there's a massive, I mean, the clout. The addiction to attention and clout, I think, is the big thing. It is what it is. I mean, nothing I can do, nothing I will do, should do, that I know of that I should do. I know it hurts the general public. How did I get down to only 2 orbs? I feel like I blinked and now I only have 2 orbs with no bad cheese. I'm hoping we find a way to hit a bomb, but we didn't, so we'll just hit this refresh and call it good. Growing up, I can imagine the effect being exposed to such iPhones and Android smartphones. Yes. My wife and I were talking about this whenever we're watching Deck the Halls. So it's a Christmas movie with the guy that played Godzilla or Inspector Gadget. I can't remember his name, but he's in it. And there's a scene in it talking about how they could see their house from the space. And it was like a satellite image of their house. And it was like Google Earth was essentially what they're talking about. And how revolutionary it was for them, and how they were like, I want my house to be seen from space. Just the impact of that new technology has on, at that time, that generation, that point in their life and stuff. It's just crazy. I can't imagine going through that. I was too young, of course, whenever that was going through, so I was too young and naive to even know what was going on, or what the internet was. I think I've told my stories multiple times about my memories of internet. I can't believe we lost that. We lost that because I think I got rid of too much of our deck, and that was the biggest issue. Some brotato. Oh, I do fancy myself some good brotato time to time. Half Catholic and rules. Yeah, I have a similar to you. So I grew up Episcopalian, which the best way to explain it, and it seems like Episcopalian's getting popular in like TV and movies and stuff, which was kind of weird. Whenever I was growing up and people would say I was Episcopalian, and I would tell them I was Episcopalian, they would always question what that is. But now it seems like everyone in a movie is Episcopalian, which the church is, I think the church is a little, I could see it being big in the Hollywood space, but it's like a watered down Catholic is how I always explained it whenever I was growing up, which I don't know if that's a popular term or not, but it definitely instilled some rules. I was definitely a rule follower growing up. Peglin is one of the branches of the Anglican Church that became closer to Calvinism, right? I'm not sure. Like, is Calvinism like the Calvary Church, or not Calvary Church? I guess that's not really. I'm not the most. I know my wife grew up Lutheran. Well, she grew up at a watered down Lutheran church, because apparently some of those Lutheran churches have very strict rules as well. But I've been to her church multiple times and back in her hometown, and it's kind of like a big church, mega church. Not necessarily, it's not a mega church, but it kind of has like that live band and stuff. The church I grew up going to was like a choir and an organ, and that's all it was. But that is, I don't know, I don't remember how I got on that. I was reading about you having the rules and stuff. Tell you what, I get off topic so quick. The first time I played video games, my mind was blown away. So, okay, do you think video games has hurt or helped society in general? Generally speaking, do you think it hurt or helped society? I think it's helped tremendously with the, I guess, worldwide social connections, because I could be playing with someone, and whenever I was playing Elder Scrolls Online a lot, I played with some people from Japan almost exclusively, almost every single day. Me, my brother, and these guys from Japan, we would all just get together and play, learn so much about their culture. We teach them about our culture. So much interconnection between that. And that's one thing that kind of everyone always warmongers and talks about, World War III's coming. World War III's coming. I'm kind of curious to see how World War III will actually take, like, what would happen with how interconnected socially the world is right now. It would be so weird, that relationship. I'm an Italian living in London, and I am chatting with you from a... That is true. Living in London. Oh, that must be nice. I'm more of a modern, pessimistic person when it comes to that. Yeah, I don't think about it too often, but when I do, it kind of just scratches my head, and then I move on from it. I say I don't have... There's so much about this world. So I watched a video from, who was it? Maybe it was just an Instagram reel. I don't watch TikToks. My wife sends me TikToks, but the way she sends them, because she knows I don't watch TikToks, she screen records them and then sends them to me. Because she knows I don't have the app and I don't use TikTok. I use Instagram Reels. And so I saw an Instagram reel talking about, I guess there's pyramids that are bigger than the Egyptian pyramids that were found in Europe, southeastern Europe, and I can't remember the country it was found that they're in, but they're so overgrown. Apparently they were like formed 30,000 years ago is what they said, or at least carbon dated to 30,000 years ago. No TikTok. There are a lot of pyramids hidden all over the world. That is the craziest. Oh, I got a notification about ads. Skip them again. You know, I'm afraid I missed a few of those. I hope I didn't miss a few of them. I didn't miss them, but I'm trying to hit them every time it pops up talking about ads. But it's just a small notification just there on the bottom left of the screen. It's very easy to miss. Very easy to miss. So I apologize if I have missed it so far. If not, then we're good. But there's also a lot of fake stuff coming out right now. That's the thing. Like, oh, the big thing about aliens, like where these governments are coming out saying aliens do exist. It was all, we're just hiding it. And I mean, there's some things that I'm still like skeptical on that, because like no one expanded on it. It's like, why it died down, so it just doesn't feel real by any means, because of how it's been like talked about and how it kind of is just brushed under the rug now. And then what, Mexico had mummified bodies that look like E.T. I don't know. There's a lot of things in this. You got to take everything with a grain of salt anymore, which I think that's how it's always been, especially back whenever newspapers were the big thing. How many newspapers probably printed just headline hunting, just printed off whatever would pop it off the shelf. That's the same case with these like TikTok, Instagram Reels, Shorts. They're just going to say in those first like 2 seconds whatever's going to grab your attention and then run with it. That's all that it's there for, all they're doing. So whether it's true or not, whether they looked into it, researched it, actually thoroughly researched it, who knows? Maybe they did, maybe they didn't. Maybe they're just using one of those top 10 lists and listing down the top 10 stuff, which, I mean, crossed my mind a time or two about how easy it must be for those kind of channels where they just have to Google top 10 best dog breeds, and then they make a TikTok short or a YouTube short, TikTok or Instagram reel about just naming these top 10 dog breeds. How simple that is, and how many people, like my mom would sit there and watch those all day long. It's just crazy. And how media can manipulate stuff, manipulate the truth and stuff. Like, what was it? It was the riots that were going on here. Yes, it was those riots that were going on in the US. And it was like mostly peaceful is what they're calling it and stuff like that, which is just, I don't know, it's a lot of weird things. Take everything with a grain of salt and do due diligence. Due diligence is the key to salvation anymore. Do your own research, come to your conclusions, even if it's based off of someone else's work, as long as you're coming to your own conclusion, I guess. I don't know. I'm not a professional in every subject matter, so I still have to rely on a lot of people's opinions. Well, we did very good there. Played that very well, and I think we're going to reward ourselves with a gift. Nice little gift that keeps on giving. They know how to keep your eyes on them for their own gains. Yep. Ah. That's like drop shipping. You remember whenever drop shipping on Amazon was such a big thing? Everyone's talking about drop shipping. How do you make all your money? Oh, I drop ship. I drop ship this. I drop ship that. But, you know, where's drop ship now? A lot of people want that get rich quick thing, which, I mean, there's probably tons of stuff like that out there, a get rich quick. But I don't know. I am too much of a rule follower. I'm by the book. I live my life. I get up, go to work, play my game. I always theory craft business ideas. I am a business idea crafter through and through. I have so many things that I want to do, but just no funding to do it. At least that's my excuse every time. Oh, I don't have the money to start that. I don't have the money to start it. I'll start it one day. I'll start it one day. I think that's my biggest fallacy, is I come up with, like, I have ideas on what to do and I just never follow through with it. I think the most recent thing that I've been able to follow through of an idea of mine would probably be this channel, was one of those. Actually, it's probably been the one that at least I'm most proud of. I think one day I would like to get like a dealer's license for automobiles, not sell retail. I don't want to sell to public just because, I don't know, I don't want to sell something so expensive to someone that is relying on it for it to be like, to get them to and from work, pick up their family and stuff. I don't want something so expensive to keep me up at night. I would stay up all night worrying if their car is going to make sure it runs for another 100,000 miles or not. So I would rather have a wholesale dealer's license. So I just buy cars at a dealer auction and then resell them on a dealer auction, or wholesale them to another dealership. Let the other dealership be the one that kind of deals with it, because businesses have that worked, all those risks laid out in their business plan and everything like that. They have it accounted for. They're prepared for that kind of stuff. The average household is not prepared for a major expense like that to fail. Point is, well, on point. One has to listen to different voices, then draw their own conclusions. To a degree, I feel I have some projects, but I always fear putting my money where my mouth is. Yep. That's about right. Oh, whenever you get some of that liquid courage in you, have a few more glasses of your nice wine, get a couple stouts, porters in you, then those ideas are flowing. Get a couple of your friends around you, get a few of the courage in them, and then you got a book full of ideas. And then the next morning comes and nothing comes of it. That's how it always goes. Yeah, let the other dealerships deal with, like, making sure it works. It's on them, whether the product, like the car, isn't up to snuff and stuff. I don't know. I think I like the exclusivity idea of being allowed into a dealer's auction, and I think that's kind of why I started streaming on Twitch as well. Is just, I feel like there's stuff on. I have FOMO. That is, better not mix beer and wine. Oh, Wine headaches apparently are the worst. I don't get headaches at all. I don't remember the last headache I had. I had them as a kid, and then they kind of went away. I always tell my wife I think I pinched a nerve in my head at some point, and now that pain receptor doesn't work. So, but whenever I drink too much or overindulge a little bit, I definitely get queasy. My stomach just turns a little bit. Fear of missing out. I have that bad. Terribly. I have the fear of missing out. So the idea of getting a dealer's license for automobiles, I can go into those dealer auctions, I can see those cars, and then if there's a car that I want, I can buy it. But I know for a fact, whenever I get put in front of it and I have my money in front of me, that car's in front of me, I'm not going to want to put my money where my mouth is, like you were saying. It's just a cycle that I'm in. Little cycle where I just won't act on my ideas because I'm afraid. Afraid to fail, which they say, what is it? You fail. How many businesses on average do people fail before they get a successful one? I don't remember how the saying actually goes. But I have already failed with 2 businesses of mine. So I'm on track to hitting that quota of fail percentages, I think. At least in my mind, I feel like I am at that point. I need to hit this refresh. What am I doing here? Hit the crit. No, you didn't hit the refresh. You didn't hit the crit. What did you do? Didn't do anything for us. You did. Yeah, you must crack a few eggs to make an omelet. I crack a few eggs. I'm not having an omelet anymore. I'm just having scrambled eggs. I'll try an omelet tomorrow. Or I'll try to have an omelet tomorrow. So we don't have a way to heal. Do we have enough damage? We need Pierce. Well, of course, we're losing all of our health right before this fight as well, which is great for us. That is a great spot to be in. Oh, like I said, why I'm streaming on Twitch as well is because I don't know why. It's probably never even going to happen, but it always just intrigues me. Those Twitch events, those Twitch Rivals events, maybe one day Peglin will have a Twitch Rivals event or something going on, but I'm not on Twitch, so I can't be a part of it. That's my fear of missing out of the possibility, even though it's so absurd of a possibility. But what if it does happen? I think so. The good slime is great for us to have. Build up our damage more consistently. Peglin Nero's Pendant's going to help with our echo damage to build up quicker. But I think we're going to go this for echo damage. Now we're fine going this direction, I think. We have no money to shop here or a free relic. I think we'll go fight free relic so we can heal from the fight. Or if you prefer the Italian version. Frittata? A frittata. I'm not the greatest of cooks. My wife is not shy to remind me. I wonder if you will end up challenging another popular Peglin streamer. So how many Peglin... Okay, curiosity, because I'm a bit out of touch with everyone that plays old Peglin anymore on the YouTube space, just because Peglin is kind of getting, it's an older game now and whatnot, but I don't know who all still plays it. I think we're going to be hurting on health here. Give us a crit, please. Please put a crit like right here. Crit right here. It's a shame we're doing this. It's a shame we're doing it, but we need to get rid of the range units. We needed that fight to be over. Alien Rock, prime time to grind for sure. So Alien's Rock, he still plays it? He hasn't been getting promoted to me anymore. And Prime Frost, he plays a lot of Slay the Spire too. Yes. He plays a lot of Slay the Spire as well. Why'd I do this? Because we need the Pierce to get hit. All this damage into a minion. We can't even get past the minion. We have to throw you. Oh, I think we lost here. We're just not going to be able to do enough damage to this boss. Dang it. Do we have any? We don't have a round guard. We don't have anything. So if we skip here, we die? Dang it. We do. Poop. Time to Grind was playing until yesterday. It's playing until yesterday? So was he streaming it and then yesterday he stopped? Or as in he's publicly said, you know, I'm done with Peglin. It was a decent run, you know. We get those decent runs time to time and then tomfoolery it up. The Ouroboros is my favorite orb, but sometimes it puts us in a sticky little predicament like that where we just can't solely rely on it anymore. Unless we got, if we had a piercing orb there, I think we would have been good. Or some form of healing would have probably been nice. I'm trying to get some money here. He's taking a break from playing it. That's fair enough. You know, I technically took a break too because my upload schedule is so sporadic and nonsense. So, I mean, I had a break. Granted, I don't know. I used to know everything. Not everything, I should take that back. I didn't used to know everything, but I used to have like a good grasp on what the Peglin online community looked like. And then I joined the Discord, the Red Nexus Discord. My goodness, there's so many people in there that I didn't recognize their names or anything because I figured a lot of them would probably have been stopped by at some point, said hi or something. A lot of them I did not recognize. And there's so many people in there. It's talking about things like they have this game down to a science, a lot of people, which is crazy. It's crazy. Plus, why Tier's life is. And if you had to. Yeah, that is fair. Especially right now, the size. There's. Oh my gosh, what a decision there. Do we want the one that does +1 damage, or do we want to do the damage sectorb? Just do the damage sector orb. I think it's going to be more beneficial to just have one stronger orb. I'm going to afford them both, unfortunately. But yes, you are correct. there is more to, especially our size of a channel, there's more to what goes on. I have a full-time job. I have a family. Like, I have my wife. I have Oakley. That's my family. But they eat. I need to make sure I have time for them. It's not like this is my career. Like, so there's some people that YouTube is their career, and that's how they make money, and that's what their 9 to 5 that they do is spent doing this, versus their 9 to 10 p.m. or 9 to midnight is spent doing this. Their 9 to midnight gets to be spent sleeping or spending time with their families and whatnot, instead of the grind. Gotta keep that grind going. I hit this refresh. Let's save the refresh hit yet. Now let's see if we can hit this refresh. Nope. Aim was off. Perfect. Then I was spot on that time. Yeah, for sure. It is something that I do for my own. Like I've said in a couple of videos, I think I say it, or at least if I don't say it, I need to say it more. I don't know why I grabbed Power Glove over the refresh shiv. Kind of wanted the refresh shiv over it. That's fine. One thing that I probably don't say enough is this is kind of like this is decompression time for me. It's the time where I can kind of, oh look, got a chance to take out the whatchamacallit, and we did. No money. I guess the money comes afterwards. Money comes after the fact. But what was I in the middle of ranting before? This is the time where I decompressed. I kind of just rant on, since everyone needs a way to like get out their thoughts. I usually talk to myself, so this YouTube came very easy in that aspect, because it's essentially just, this is a way to log me talking to myself, and then it's just better because I have someone else to talk to during it. So all the thoughts that I've had throughout the day, thoughts that I have randomly, I can actually verbalize it without it being weird, without it being the guy that's talking to himself. If that makes sense. I'm no longer the guy that's talking to himself. I'm now the guy that's talking to a community of people. Which, in retrospect, whenever I'm recording a video, it's me talking to myself. But it's easier just to image. A little bit of imagination can go a long way in the situation. Oh, 200 and some odd damage for that individual. Sad day. Okay, so you're in Europe. I got a question for those European fellas. Is it illegal to cheat in video games? And so say I was competing in League of Legends. I've never played League of Legends, so this was probably a bad duplication potion. I could get a little bit of a duplication potion with a tactical tree going. Is it illegal to cheat? I have no idea. Let me check. Because I think it was, this was another one of those rabbit holes that just YouTube filtered to me once, was I guess World Series of Warzone or something like that. People were talking about how they're doing it at LAN in London or something like that because it's illegal to cheat there in video games or on cheat for money or something. Here in the UK, it is not illegal as far as I know. So in US, I don't think it's illegal, but they were talking about it was in UK that it's illegal, but that's, of course, this is all word of mouth. he said, she said kind of stuff. I've never took the time to fact check any of it. Wife says as long as you don't get caught. Fair enough. As long as you don't get caught, you're good. It's something else, something else. Ooh, the duplication potion coming in clutch right there. Oh yes, I think I like this duplication play that we did. I think I'm going to like what we did here. If and only if we can manage to get our tactical treat, I think I'll like it even more. Big bomb hits, that's all I needed there was the big bombs. Big boombas. Let's hit this refresh and call that good. Yeah, we're going to win here. I can't imagine we're gonna lose, even if we make throws like that. Boom, easy peasy. And then Netherlands, it's not illegal, okay. Huh, interesting. Which, I don't even know how they work. I bet it feels good though whenever you're playing, we can't do refresh potion, we only have one refresh, and the refresh we need. Because I didn't grab the refresh shiv. If I grabbed the refresh shiv, maybe that would have been a good play, but I did not grab the refresh shiv. So it's not a good play. I bet people cheat so much. You know game battles? Have you ever heard of game battles? It's where I have a few friends that do game battles on like Modern Warfare 3 or whatever the new Call of Duty that came out was. They do game battles in it. And I bet it's so easy for people to just get away with cheating in it. I mean, you get reported and then you go create a new account. If you don't get reported, I don't know. It's just not the most ethical, but people can do anything they want. Sometimes, like, what's that one guy's name? This isn't related to, like, video games and cheating or anything. It's illegal in Italy, too, apparently. Huh. So no cheating in the UK. Well. What? No cheating. Why did my wife text me that? This might have to be our last run because it's getting close to the time she gets off work and, you know, my face is still not shaved and I am still not dressed. So this might have to be our last run here. And I don't want to get in trouble again. Upgrade an orb. Do we have an upgradable orb? No. I think we leave it. We don't care about it. Yeah, I wish we had a little bit better runs, but this was the first game back, and it's kind of part of the course of this weekend. Everything's just been kind of off just a tad bit, it seems like, but I don't even know what I was throwing at there. I'm surprised we did any damage. It is what it is. Peglin's one of those games where sometimes you just have those runs and other times you're just, it's like pulling teeth trying to get a good run going. Only law we have for gaming is for loot boxes. Oh yeah, those gambling boxes is what is the reasoning behind it, probably because it can be associated with a form of gambling. You have to know what you're getting. That's like we have in Missouri, we have there's the only way you can gamble in Missouri, the state of Missouri, is at a casino, and to have a casino has to be on water, and So they started putting like, what are they called? Slot machines inside gas stations. Hello, Perry. They started putting slot machines inside gas stations, but the slot machines have to explicitly tell you if you're gonna win or lose in order for it to be legal. So on the back of these slot machines, if you look in a specific spot, I wasn't paying attention whenever the guy did it. There was a guy that was working at a gas station and he was telling us about it. He said, yeah, there's this one spot on the back that will tell you if this next roll is gonna win or lose. So he says there's always guys that come in every day for like their coffee or something, and they'll look at the slot machine and occasionally it'll say this next one's a winner, and then they'll play it, get the money, and just walk out. And that's just what they would do. That's part of their routine now, which is just crazy. And most people don't know that that's the case. No sphere, no, the sphere wasn't offered to us that I know of. I wasn't aware of it, at least. So we don't have a sphere this time, Perry. The sphere, it is considered gambling in all of Europe, I think. The chances. Oh, the lucky game of chance. Here we go, and then we pop off, do damage. This is kind of like a baseline to see if we do enough damage for the wall. We can do this fight with no issues, problems or qualms. We are set up pretty well for the wall, but not guaranteed for the wall. We didn't need to hit the crit there. I understand why you hit the crit, because you only hit the crit when we don't need you to hit the crit. Like this, no, you didn't hit the crit and you did just as much damage. Oh, she sent me a video. I was trying to figure out what she was talking about. She was like, so there's a lot of videos, memes, and whatnot, what have you, or reels, shorts that say, if you know your partner, which one would they choose? And she sent me one of those, and I was not paying attention, and I didn't watch the video. So she said, you don't know what I want. So that's much my bad. I was not paying attention. I think we do Poltergeist here. I like the Poltergeist play. I think it will bow well for us. I think. And then a little bit of echo for the boss fight is going to be good. Do we want to start with the Poltergeist? Yeah, we can start with it. See what happens. That was a good bounce. If you hit the refresh, I think I would have been a little happier there, but I mean, beggars can't be choosers by any means, right? Huzzah, Poltorb. Yeah, the Poltorb came back. Came back with a vengeance. It's a good run when the Poltorb is here. Maybe the Poltorb will get us all the way to the end again. Wouldn't that be something special? Yeah, so if you're ever in the state of Missouri and you go to a gas station, you see a vending machine, a slot machine, just know somewhere on that machine it is telling you whether the next pull is a win or a loss. I don't know why I spent the money to heal there. It was pointless. Pointless. But I don't know the gambling laws everywhere else in the world. Just just in Missouri. Like where I'm at now, I'm in Massachusetts. I have no idea what the rules, laws, and regulations are. We had a casino close to where I grew up the hometown, the little town I was in Missouri, but it was like towards it was kind of by Oklahoma. So everyone that wanted to gamble would just go to Oklahoma. I was trying to avoid that refresh since this whole side was open. So everyone would drive over to Oklahoma and go to the casinos there whenever they turned 18, because at 18 you're legally allowed to gamble. Whenever I turned 18, my friends took me to go to the casino, but they don't accept, what was it? No, my license expired and I never renewed it. I never renewed my license because, well, I didn't never renew it, but I just turned 18 and I didn't renew it yet, was the thing. And so when we got to the casino, they wouldn't let me gamble, or at least become a member of the casino to get no ante buy-ins for the tables. I had to pay for an ante every single time. So at a $10 blackjack table, I had to pay like $2 every single time I wanted to play a hand. It was miserable. But that was a fun little fact about that. If I ever visit the USA again, I should go to some of the places I did not visit. Where have you been in the US? Because I'm kind of, I bet it's not Missouri. I bet it's not Missouri. I bet it's not Oklahoma. I bet it's not Iowa, Arkansas, Tennessee. That sounds really unfunny as an experience. Yeah, it was not a great experience. Haven't really been to the casino much since. It was kind of like you turn 18, that's like the big thing to do. And so I think I worked it up in my head a little bit more, thinking it was going to be cooler than it was. And then I got that experience, and it was just not as cool as I had worked it up to be. I kind of think ball lightning might be interesting. It's a level 4 ball lightning with the spin venter with a gift that keeps on giving. I think we might be in something good. It's called Collection. Oh wait, I've been to East Coast mostly and Michigan. Oh, Michigan, what to do in old Michigan? The Great Lakes? I assume you might have partook in the Great Lakes affair. It's called Collection. It's in the casino industry, 25 years, and even spent a year working in Oklahoma. Oh, Paul, well, that's pretty funny. Small world, eh? It's called a Collection. I did not know that. I just called it eating my money. And I had hardly anything. I was a poor college student at that time. I was just starting college too, so I had nothing to my name. And I went there with my 2 cents and lost it all. Yeah, it was a plain fee. Low limit players pay the most % per bet. Loved Michigan. I went there in winter and the place felt so cozy and quiet. Michigan in the winter. Well, I guess if you're from the UK, it's probably not too much of a different atmosphere, right? It's the same, what, longitude? Or is that latitude? I can't remember. I can't remember which is which anymore. I think that's the same longitude. Longitudinal sphere location, whatchamacallits. I'm learning about gambling laws and terminology while watching a stream about a Pachinko-inspired game. Well, look at that. You learn something new every day, you know? And then we got our Pebble back after I spent all that money to get rid of it. Unfortunately, I have to go. Have a good day and a Merry Christmas all. have a Merry Christmas to you, and to you a good night. Thank you for tuning in. It means so much. It means it means so much, especially with how much I've been gone uploading and stuff. Just knowing that you guys are still here, it warms my heart this Christmas evening. Warms my heart all the way to the point where you guys keep me all the way until I'm almost gonna get in trouble by my wife. But 'tis the season to get in trouble by your loved ones for doing something you enjoy, right? So I'm Italian, but I am from the mountains. So, okay. Now, I don't want to sound extremely uncultured here, but I've never left the US. Furthest I've gone was Hawaii. I've traveled far and wide within the US, just have not traveled out of the US except for Mexico. I guess I went to Mexico before for my honeymoon, so I was on an all-inclusive resort. I don't think there was much exploration to go on there. But is Italy warm? Because I know videos, movies, everything leads you to believe it's like warm and like pizza, pasta. But I feel like I'm just getting lied to by what it's really like. It's not really like that. It's really kind of just like the US. You paint like a picture of what you expect in your head, and I'm afraid the picture I have is not right. And then if I ever go there, I'm gonna think, well, this looks just like Missouri. I'm just here for the impending argument. Well, good. I think that's what we're all here for now. So the target is these refreshes, which I don't know about this fight, man. The more that I'm playing it here, it's a long fight. Actually, yeah, this one's fine. I take it back. It's not going to be that bad. Keep forgetting he doesn't have much health. Oh wow, this really gets filled up. I think we splurge on that. Then we finally get our refresh sieve that we've been hunting for. And I need to speed this up because I am going to get into big doo-doo. Big doo-doo. She gets off, so I'm on Eastern time. It's currently 6:50. She gets off work at 7:30, but since it's a holiday, there's not much traffic, so she's gonna get here super quick, and then I can already hear and sense her coming in and yelling my name and be like, "You're not even shaved yet." I can hear it. I can hear it down into my eardrums. Italy is usually warm, but the northern part where I'm from is full of mountains. Tallest mountain. Oh. Okay, I used vacation in Ticino. The beautiful region in Swiss Alps. An Italian tried swindling me. She'll just say you're naive. She'll turn it on to me. It was my fault for getting swindled. Oh, she is one of those people where it's like perfect timing, right whenever I'm like in a really good game, especially Age of Empires. So if you've ever played Age of Empires, it's a RTS, real-time strategy game that I play competitive. I always play competitive, and every game that I play, as long as there's a competitive in it, I will be playing the competitive game mode. Just because I enjoy the I like the idea of it. To give myself a rating on how well I perform in a video game. I like the self-rating system or the classification systems, but I'm always in a game and I'm playing with my friends, and then she needs me for something, or we have to go somewhere, or something comes up and I have to get off, or she wants me to get off or wants me to do something, and it's always in the point where the game's so heated where like it's the make or break. Are we gonna win? Are we gonna lose? We all full tilt in it, and I'm a one-track mind. Close out everything around me. I can't hear anything outside of the headset. Everything around the world's closed off. And I get in so much trouble for that. And she says, "It's a game, just turn it off." Which, in retrospect, yes, it is a game. And I mean, it's not the end of the world if I left, but my teammates are counting on me too. It's not just me, and it's not just my rank. If it's just me and my rank, okay, then I'll just surrender and be done with it. But other people are like relying on me. I can't do it. I can't let them down. And I think that is one of my flaws. I hate the idea of letting someone down or upsetting someone, or if someone has like an expectation of something, I want them to have that expectation fulfilled. And I think that is a fallacy of mine. I recall first one, good times, even if I'm terrible at it. I've done Lucerne and Requez and Zug. Loved. Oh, wow. Paul's been all over the place. Casino, man, Paul, you have a life that is just a full like experience life. I mean, I grew up in Missouri. I grew up on a beef farm. We have beef cows. Perks about my wife being a travel nurse: I don't have to work it in these cold months or in the summer months. Kind of get a break from it. That is the perks to that aspects. But I think that's the only thing I might have in comparison to you. We understand your disappointment. I had the same issue when I was playing Battlefield 2142. How was that? Okay. Oh, Battlefield games. My brother loves Battlefield games. Well, he's a love-hate relationship with it. He enjoys playing them, but of course they all kind of like die out. They just don't have sustainability or something. I don't know exactly what's going on with them. But the new Battlefield came out, and I wanted to play it with my brother. So I already had I think it's an Origin account or something. I can't remember what it was, like what the accounts are. But I had an account, I log in, and it tells me my account's been permanently banned for cheating. Apparently someone hacked my account and cheated on it. And now I am... What are we gonna do here? We have to survive this fight and do 2,500 damage. That doesn't look like 2,500 damage to me. It was close to 25. Oh, the red bombs. The boss didn't even get the chance to take me out. But my account got hacked and someone cheated on it, so... now I can't play any of the Battlefields, which is fun. Only it was my mother, not my wife. Oh, my dad. It was my dad playing games whenever I was a kid. Oh, he hates video games. He hated the idea of me playing video games during the day. Oh, I'm gonna skip this ad because the stream's almost over, so I don't want to ad running, especially whenever I was talking, finishing up our conversation here after our sad loss. Swiss are renowned for loving order and good people. Great life. Been in 2 movies? You've been in 2 movies? Made a lot of famous people, mostly through dealing the poker table. Dang. That's pretty. I was about to say exactly what King Hood said. I literally said dang, and then I said that's pretty awesome. And he said dang awesome. That is crazy. Oh man. I don't know. There's something to do with those. Yeah, a lady once yelled at me for throwing a bag of trash in a public trash can. Yes, they're even stricter than Germans when it comes to that. That's crazy. We're so close. Yeah, it was a good. We almost had that win. That would have been a great win to kind of end it right before I get yelled at. Would have been perfect. Yes, Paul, I would love to hear some of these stories. That would be tremendous. I'll have to make the time to stream again. I'll make the time. I need to. It feels good. It energizes me. Now I feel like I can go to this event with my wife this evening and not feel too exhausted. I feel like I'm in that point. Now this will turn into a podcast. That is, honestly, I would probably have more meaningful conversation if it was just me talking, but I like the game aspect. I like playing games. But I think we gotta go before I have 30 minutes to shave and get ready, and then let Oakley out, make sure she's ready for the inevitable caging. But thank you all so much for tuning in. Consider liking, subscribing, what have you. Come back. Videos come out when they come out. As I have a stockpile of videos, I just need to get them scheduled, get everything ready for them. So they're going to be before this recent update though. So there's a few things. It looks like they changed the artwork in the Matthew Archka there on the screen. But thank you again. I don't know how many. I'm going to keep getting sidetracked on something. I'm going to have to end it. Thank you all so much. I'll talk to you all later. Bye-bye. Oh, and Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas. Have a wonderful day. Love your family for me. That sounds weird. Send love to your family. Okay. Yeah, okay, I'm done. Thank you. Merry Christmas. Good night.